there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. And yeah, I'm not forgetting the records. Look, I'm here. I'm ready. Ta-da! All is well. And now my foot's asleep, so never mind. All is almost well. Close to being well. Of course my foot decides to fall asleep right now. It's like, tee-hee-hee. You wanna do a thing? Well, joke's on you. But no, it's fine. I'm just gonna stretch my foot a little bit. It was so good until it decided to troll, but it's okay. Now check out Green Buds. What? Stop it. Eee. So reliving old dreams. Ta-da! The field in the story really does exist, as do the trail, the sunset, and the dark cloud overhead. I'm still trying for you. He's just... he's being really stubborn. I've gotten 2 blaze. 1... Oh no, okay, what was the poet lady's name from the Durin event? The pink-haired one? I got 1 of her. And 2 blaze. I'm like, come on, brother, you. Oi. What is taking you so long? He got lost on the way here. But there's hope. I might just buy a pack after this. Just to see if he's nice enough. Hello? Yeah, I got her. The wind blows gently, tugging your sleeves like a mischievous child. It brings many scents to share. The earthy aroma of freshly squeezed rapeseed oil, the crisp freshness of neatly stacked rice straws, and the fragrance of rice stir-fried in the pan. And so, you know all that is happening in these fields. Now I want food. I'll get food eventually. Shu said she passed through fields like these on her way from Dahuang to Rhodes Island. Are they wheat fields? Not just wheat, but also rice, sorghum, and sometimes just wild grass. Many plants whose names I don't know, growing so tall. A narrow dirt road extended out from the field. It had just rained, and there were pesky mud pits all over the place. No, Green Buds, please no rain. Alright, it was sunny. It was sunny, and the bugs in the foul beasts chirped happily. That's right, the sun made the grass nice and toasty. Bugs that can't take the heat went to hide in the shade. Ooh, okay, you know, that is a good question. What's the highest? Highest would probably be for maybe Ling's banner. Or maybe not Ling. I think I have Ling maxed out. Or maybe Spectre Ultra. I think about that. I know the easiest was Marcel, which was like, Sounds so nice. Dozing off already? Don't forget you promised to go to bed after the story, all of you. The doctor said you need to get lots of sleep. What about you, Green Buds? Are you going to bed or are you going to wait for Shu? She won't be coming today because she has so much to do. I'll get some rest too once you all fall asleep. I don't want this cold to get any worse. Keep going, Green Buds. We'll be good. A truck came rolling from afar, filled with fresh grain and a thick layer of straw on top. Why is there straw on top? The young farmer driving the truck was in a hurry to get the food to the granary. He put a layer of straw over the grain just in case it rained. But he's worried.
Why is there a dark cloud following me on a sunny day? I need to go faster if it rains. Whoa.
What happened? Don't worry, no one got hurt. But he found that the road before him was blocked as soon as he turned the corner. I'll look at them.
Whose stock beasts and burden beasts are these? Get them out of the way! Hey!
But nobody answered. He walked up to the burden beast, but there was no bridle on its neck, nor on its ears. The stock beast had a saddle, but he couldn't get to move no matter how hard he pulled. The dark cloud got closer. The youngest farmer got an idea and pulled a handful of straw from the truck.
Here, you can have this if you come over here. Over here, over here.
Even the animals ignored him. What did he do? Why wouldn't they move?
Oh gosh, okay, Arknights. On her banner, I think I spent like 200 something. Which hurt a bit, but you know, she's worth it. Hey girl. She's the one I have the most copies of. I feel like if I really tried though for Kotomina, he would have been the easiest, but Ooh. Okay, around 300 pulls. For full dupe double, or W. I love that. And Millicene at 400 pulls, that's nice. Hey, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Oh man, I wonder how much it would take for me for FGO. I feel some fear. That'll be me next year. What do I do? My grain will be ruined if it rains. Wait, this isn't a trap to rob me, right? Is there somebody hiding in the trees?
He was just imagining things.
Go, shoo, get lost. I think I have a whip in my truck for cutting through dense grass.
Green buds. The young farmer took out the whip, but hesitated. The bird and beast and stock beast looked at him placidly, without fear, without moving. The dark cloud drifted ever closer. He raised his whip up high. Stop! Stop! I can get them out of the way. Hey, how come you're in the story, Green Buds? It's not me, it's just a girl that happened to pass by. I'm, just playing her part. Yes, she referred to her bovine nature and grazed upon these grassy fields. Delicious. They're so docile. How could you ever bear to whip them?
What do you suggest then?
Simple. I'll just ask politely. I've got a lot of experience.
You can talk to animals?
Of course. The girl who just happened to pass by walked over to the animals and leaned in to listen.
Hey kid. Shh. Well, what are they saying?
Nothing. Moo? I can't understand them anymore. Hey, Green Buds. No fair. How can you put yourself in the story? You weren't there. I told you it's not me. It's just a girl who happened to pass by. Must be a student from a nearby school. Well, what's her name then? Was she in the story that when Shoot told it to you? You ask too many questions. Here, you're in the story too. What are you supposed to be then? I'm a tree. Watch me rain leaves on your head. This kid. Freaking kid. Is it true you can talk to animals, Green Buds? Of course it's true. I told you many stories. Do you think I could come up with them all by myself? Does a girl who just happened to pass by understand animals too? Can I learn to talk to animals? Well, I've asked a lot of people. Shoo, Big Buffalo, and the doctor. As for the answer... What? You can do it as long as you put your heart into it. Some animals are very stubborn. It's not easy to get them to talk to people. But once you understand what they're trying to do, you can understand what they're saying.
Understand what they're trying to do?
Yes.
I'm in no mood for jokes. The grain in this cart is a new species from Dahuang. The old man of the granary will kill me if it gets wet.
Dahuang? Oh yeah. Look at the tag on the sock beast's neck. It came from Dahuang.
Looks like it. How did it get here? It's a long way from Dahuang.
Hey, I recognize you. You were pregnant at the time, and you were following in the rear of the pack, leisurely eating grass and basking in the sun. What's with all these wounds? What happened to your baby? Did you get separated? The sock beast bowed her head. The silent bird and beast took a step towards it, and they cuddled together. Did you come to find your baby? Don't worry, I'll help you find it. Can you tell me about your baby? It's a good child. I love that. It talked. It has large round eyes. We call it Roundy. That name. Most of the time, it was quiet and content, following us closely. It's a strong child, keeping up with us on its trembling legs. Does Roundy look like you? Very much, but not at all to your eyes. It's so small and likable. It hangs onto our shoulders lightly with its claws when it sits on us, so as not to hurt us. But how did you get separated? It's not its fault. We had to leave. Leave Dahuang? Why? If you were looking for fresher pastures, you only need to go as far as the riverbank. We kept walking, when there was no paths in the hills and rivers. We walked over them by stepping on rocks, but our baby was separated from us along the way.
So you won't move until you find your calf? Have you any idea how far Dahuang is from here? How long is that search gonna be? Look at that dark cloud, it could rain at any moment. Say something, girl.
How about you two move out of the way and let him pass? I'll stay and help you look for your baby. No, there's another reason.
Gah!
Why won't the bird and beast talk? Is he here to look for the baby? He cannot talk to you yet for the same reason. A reason that you have not figured out yet. The young farmer sat down and cocked his head, looking at that dark cloud that was gradually descending, casting a shadow over the trees, road, bird and beast, stock beasts, and humans. Are you sleepy? Should we stop here? No! You're just getting to the good part. Shh. Keep your voice down. The young ones over there are asleep. You can tell it to be quiet, green buds. What did the last baby look like? The doctor who brought me to Rhodes Island said I have eyes like my mother. Does a calf look like its parents?
If stock beasts can talk, their baby can look like anything. It's just a story, no need to care so much.
Well, I do care. Shh. Do you want to hear what happened next or not? I promise you'll find out what the calf looks like soon enough.
What are you muttering to yourself over there? I thought you said you could fix this.
I'm working on it. She should be here, like, now. Let's wait a little longer.
What? The rain isn't waiting for anybody.
Just give me a sec.
I'm sorry. If you don't have a way, I'll have to use my whip.
Wait, she's here. Over there. Xian came by the road. She had a few strands of millet in her hand, and there were a few muddy spots on her pants. Passing Xian. Are you going to the granary?
Yes, Exalted Xian. It's about to rain and I have to hurry. Look over there.
You mean the dark cloud? Don't worry, it won't rain. And there's no need to hurry. The road up ahead is collapsed.
Collapse? How can that be? There shouldn't be any floods in the season.
Which makes it all the more difficult to predict. Perhaps it was already damaged a few years ago by a mountain fissure, and it finally gave way today. You saved his life by blocking the path. You knew the road ahead would collapse? Mm-hmm. Is that the other reason? Partly. He's not the only one we're trying to help. Yes, now that you're aware of the danger ahead, it's time for us to go. Wait, I figured out the other reason, haven't I? Why doesn't he want to talk to me? Some words do not need to be said out loud to be understood.
They're going.
As if just realizing something, the farmer grabbed a bunch of grain from his truck and chased after the birdie beast and stock beast.
Wait, thank you. I want you to have this. Huff, huff. Why can't I catch them even though they're walking so slowly?
Those that are gone will remain beyond your grasp. It's the way of things. There is no need for regret. Look, the dark cloud is gone, just as I told you. The dark cloud was indeed gone, and sunlight shined through where it once was. The young farmer panted with his hands on his knee, but he did not drop a single grain. Suddenly, there was a sound from the truck. A little beastling poked its head out, and then jumped from the cargo bed. It looked just like a dark cloud. Apparently, just woken up, it shook a bunch of straw off itself, having no idea how it got here. New son acquired. Oh, that's what the baby looks like. I still mommy and daddy. Where are they? The young storm cloud beast ran a few circles around the truck, leaping up and down. Where's Mommy and Daddy? Where am I? Are you... Roundy? You know me? Hey, you look familiar. Have I met you before? Why were you in the truck? I don't know, I just took a nap in the haystack because the sun was really warm. When I woke up, Mommy and Daddy were nowhere to be found. But I could smell them. They were just here. They're not far away, look. What's that? Your Mommy and Daddy? Huh? I don't recognize them. I only remember their scent. How could you not recognize them? Your eyes are big and round, just like that stock beast. I don't remember. But they do. They said you were quiet and content when you were little, always following close behind them. They said your legs trembled, but you kept walking forward. They said that when you sat on their shoulders, you always grabbed lightly with your claws so you wouldn't hurt them. That's me. The little storm cloud beast spun around anxiously, on the verge of tears, but I haven't seen them in years. Your Mommy and Daddy are over there. I'll take you to them. In years, though, oh gosh. How slow do these grow up? He's tiny. I'm excited. Like, everyone looks so dripped out. And since there's a bunch of fireworks going on, it must be a fun celebration. Uh-oh, my door opened. That was Dad. He was warming up some pastries. So I get to grab some later on. Maybe that'll be my catalyst to brother you. Do you think he'll like meat pie, cheese bread, and potato ball? I hope he does. The storm cloud beast jumped into Greenbud's arms. She sniffed and ran towards the burden beast and stalk beast under the red clouds. She ran and yelled, "Wait! I found your baby!" The silent burden beast seemed to hear and stopped in its tracks, turning around to wait. Greenbuds picked up her pace and tried to bring the storm cloud beast to the burden beast. But she simply could not close the distance with the burden beast no matter how hard she tried. Hey, hello. I feel pretty good. I'm excited for food. I didn't eat anything today. I know that sounds bad, but it's because after this morning, I napped. And that's why I had no food. It's no use. You can't catch them. They're gone. But the burden beast was just standing there and never left. Greenbuds was exhausted and came to a stop, panting heavily. In the sunset, the shadows were stretched long and thin, like lines of ink that never fade. I will do it. What? I will take Roundy to your parents. I will make her recognize them. Are you really a Xian? Ooh, Korean-style beef short ribs? Oh, yummy! There's no such thing as Xians. We're all the same, ordinary people who care with our hearts. Isn't that so, girl who just happened to pass by? With our hearts. That's how we hear animals and recognize lost loved ones, right? In that case, I'll leave Roundy in your hands. No need to worry, I promise.
You're back. What about the calf?
I left it to the Xian. She'll get Roundy to your mommy and daddy. Say, can I hitch a ride?
Sure. Where you going? If it's not going to rain, I'm in no hurry. I plan to turn around and go to the granary by another way.
I'll go there too. I'll find another way to Dahuang from the granary.
Dahuang, eh? That's a long way. Maybe we'll run into that stock beast and burn beast again.
The girl who happened to pass by jumped into the truck, into the thick layer of straw. Putting her arms behind her head, she gazed at the clouds in the sky. The truck started moving. Swinging in the wind, the straws tickled her face, but she did not mind. The straw, made nice and toasty by the sun, was like the fur of a stock beast past autumn, taking her into its gentle embrace. She felt like she was sleeping on top of a stock beast, or perhaps a burden beast, or a storm cloud beast. So eepy. Asleep already, Greenbuds?
Zelda-chan.
Oh? Your blankets come off again. Gotta cover up with your blanket to get better quickly.
Remember me. Mommy, Daddy. Please. Recognize me.
You've grown again. This blanket's getting small for you. Sleep, green buds. Sweet dreams. I'll stay by your side until you wake.
I'm assuming she was the baby in the story. And oops, wait. Okay, right there, and then Lin. Dear. Out with the old, in with the new. Sounds like spring cleaning. There's only one rule down in the slums. Let the people here live their best lives.
Commissioner, we have people watching all paths in and out of the slums, as you ordered. Good. Keep watching shifts around the clock. Not a single must-beast gets in or out today. Yes, ma'am.
I'm excited for Hoshiguma. Speaking of Hoshiguma,
Are you sure a massive operation like this is a good idea? It might do the exact opposite of what you want. It's been 2 weeks since the Rat King stepped aside and put Miss Lin in charge. The slums have been pretty quiet in the meanwhile. But then again, it's been 2 weeks since we saw anything of the stinking rat. Do you think it's possible for leadership of the slums to change hands without so much as a peep? Skinny Cheong, Savant Lee, Ghost Eye, do you think the kingpins would just sit on their hands after the Rat King kept them in the check for so many years? Skinny Cheong abducted one of the stinking rat's people today. She's bound to make a move. I bet Miss Lin can handle it. I don't need her to handle it. The slums are part of Lungmen. That's true. I'm with you on that. Keep your eyes open for the people on your end. There's bound to be movement there. On it. You just wait, you stupid rat.
yeah, I don't think anyone could jump him. Or Lin.
Skinny Cheong. Most people go to the bar to drink and dance. I go to the bar to have hot pot, uncultured man that I am.
Wait. If the bar has hot pot, I want to go to the bar. Oh, heck yeah.
Mr. Lin, the Dailo used to frequent this place, eating and drinking with our gang. Too bad it's getting demolished next week. I want to have one last dinner here, my way of saying goodbye. Come, eat up. Come now, Wong. Why are your chopsticks so still? You had the guts to build a hospital on my turf, but not to have hot pot with me.
Building the hospital was Miss Lin's idea.
You see, people these days just don't know how things are done. Miss Lin is the Rat King's heir. She's got her hands full every single day. A legend like her is bound to forget a thing or two. Underlings like us, our job is to make our boss's job easier, isn't it? Am I right, Wong? Now tell me again, was it my dear Yusia who forgot, or was it you who forgot?
Ooh, she offers immortality to other operators by taking damage onto herself. Oh, wow. And dealing burst multiple enemies with arch damage. Wow. And during the skill is active, she's unable to die. Oh, but she automatically retreats herself after it's done. Wait, you can end it early to prevent her from retreating? Okay, I like that.
It was me who forgot. That's more like it. Even your Miss Lin has to call me uncle when she sees me. She would never do such a thing without running it by me first, would she? It's all misunderstanding. You're shivering, Wong. Are you cold? Seems like your memory isn't so good either. You should have some soup from the pot. Eat it while it's still hot. It'll do you some good, and then you can deliver my message to dear Yusia. Please, Mr. Cheong, have mercy.
The merchant tries to get out of his chair to kowtow, but a hand presses on his shoulder.
Well, well, look who it is. If it isn't my dear Yusia. A little advice from your Uncle Cheong, kiddo. You won't achieve anything with such a wimpy underlings. Back in my day, I had to bite a plate to pieces and swallow it in front of a bunch of dilos, just so your dad wouldn't lose face.
Times have changed, Uncle Cheong. Business these days is about win-win. Wong's wife is in labor, let him go. It's me who you're looking for. I'll have some hot pot with you.
Perfect.
You can go, Wong.
Sorry, Miss Lin.
It's not your fault.
Come, Yusia, let's eat. Chop chop.
You're my elder, Uncle Cheong. If you had something to say to me, you could have told me directly. There's no need for this.
We've seen what you're capable of these past few years. I supported your dad passing his mantle to you. Rules are everything in the underworld. Now that you're the one calling the shots, I can't very well treat you like a kid.
If I may say so, you seem to be treating me like an enemy rather than a leader.
You're exaggerating. Without rules, there's only chaos, but we must treat others with courtesy to find our own place. You're building on my turf without a single word. You clearly want to undermine me. I just had to remind you not to push things too far, lest someone be forced to push back.
What if I told you I didn't tell you on purpose?
And they say Yusi has no sense of humor.
I'm not joking, Uncle Cheong.
Do you think you can do anything you want now that you're leader?
I became the leader to stop certain people from doing anything they want.
Does your dad know about this?
As you said, Uncle Cheong, I'm the one calling the shots now.
Looks like I have to help Old Lin teach his daughter a lesson on his behalf.
Skinny Cheong, what are you planning to do, huh?
Come on, Fat Quan. We'll have hot pot with my dear Yusia here. Grab the guys. Tell them to grab their weapons. Are we really gonna do this? I thought Miss Lin was a new boss. A boss is only a boss with the support of the underlings. She's barely been on the job a few days and she's already going over Cheong's head. Does she think the slums belong to the Lins?
These guys, they should know how terrifying she is.
But she's the Rat King's daughter. What if the Rat King is backing this? You think the Rat King would have needed to go through his daughter if he wanted to do something to Cheong? So, is the Rat King letting his daughter run amok? We all know Miss Lin does things differently from the Rat King. And we all know about her dealings with certain people out in the mainstream. But no one imagined she would go so far as to flout the rules of the slums, the way we've been living for decades. I doubt even the Rat King could have predicted that his daughter would forget where she came from like this. All we're doing is helping the Rat King teach his daughter a lesson, understand?
Yeah, like, seriously. What do they have in plan? It's all gonna be self-defense at this point.
Got it. I'll get the boys together.
They're gonna be taught a lesson in this case.
Looks like you came prepared.
Just sharing the hot pot with the boys. Sharing is caring, as they say. It won't be so bad, I promise. I've still got to answer to your dad, after all.
You still understand, do you, Uncle Cheong? My father isn't involved anymore. How do you expect to answer to him?
You really think he's uninvolved just because he said so? How many slum dwellers only listen to him? Did you really think you could be the boss without their support?
I have my own connections, my own businesses. None of these have anything to do with my father.
Now, young lady. A word of advice from your Uncle Cheong. Young people like you think the old folks like me are behind the times. You want to leave us in the dust, I get it. Just because you want to leave certain things behind, though, doesn't mean you can. If your dad wants to get together for lunch tomorrow, how are we supposed to do that when you step on my toes like this? If Auntie Wong wants to go shopping with your mom, do they have to call it off? You're usually so thoughtful and careful. What's got into you?
You put too much stock in favors and relationships. That's all, Uncle Cheong.
You brat. I didn't want to go so far, Yusia, but it looks like this is going to hurt. Hey, Lee, it's me. Make sure about the hospital.
Oh no, and look at him, defacing property too?
Commissioner Wong, it's me. Lee Manheng from Excelsior Construction. Of course, I remember. I wouldn't have known something so delicious existed on Terra if not for you. I've heard that you're something of a gourmet. Glad to hear it was worth the effort getting those delicacies imported all the way from Rimbilliton. Well, I'm glad to have a friend like you. Anything you need help with, just let me know. Well then, if you wouldn't mind, you know about the new hospital in the slums, don't you? Of course, the whole city has eyes on it. But the bidding is already over, right? A company from the slums won the project, if I recall correctly. You understand how tough things are for small businesses like us. We had our eyes on this project, but we got cut off by the slum folk. I sympathize with Lee, but I understand the bidding was won legitimately. I know, but perhaps you overlooked a few errors in the documents they submitted. Oh? Are you sure about this? A couple of minor problems won't change the outcome. But there's a possibility that it may affect the outcome, isn't there? I just wanted to give you a heads up. All you need to do is nod when we submit our complaint. We won't bother you at all with the other stuff. I got some more goodies from Bolivar. They'll arrive next month. I hope you can join me in the tasting.
Wow, the bribery with gourmet stuff. I see how it is, President Lee.
Ha, sure, no problem.
This guy.
Now, my dear Yusia, we can enjoy our hot pot.
There's no rush. I have something I want to ask Uncle Cheong.
Sure, I'm happy to answer as long as it's something I know.
Lungmen takes in vagrants from the barren lands from time to time. Most of the time, they end up in the slums. To prevent their numbers from growing out of control, Chief Wei has signed aid agreements with other countries in order to allow people to return to their homes. But some of them always go missing. Sometimes, they go missing after reaching their destination. Sometimes, the person's not on the list, but they go missing from the slums. I thought it was a coincidence at first, but as the investigation continued, I realized that someone was engaging in human trafficking under the guise of aid. Ooh. You are nothing if not careful, Uncle Cheong. You find a different buyer each time, and you always sell the people to a number of different places. It took me years to finally identify a lead. Do you recognize the people in these photos, Uncle Cheong? Lin Yusia takes out a few photos from her pouch. The people in the photos are thin and emaciated.
No.
That's what I thought.
Ready? Yeah, the boys are here. Who's there? Ugh. Is it Chiang's turf? Who the hell are you? Gah! Who are you? Come out. Is it him? Yes, that's the one. I'll never forget his voice. He was the one who killed my dad.
I remember him too. I spent a dozen years in the Earthling mines because of him.
Yes. I'll remember this tattoo, even if you were burned to ashes. He was the one who sold me to Rimbilliton. He can't move. Miss Lin says you can do anything you want to him.
There's a mixture of surprise and anger on the faces of the people when they see Fat Quan. At the words of Lin Yusia's lieutenant, a few of them muster the courage to kick Fat Quan a few times. Ooh. Most of them, however, cower behind. I do kind of like the way they're doing these things. It's like, oh, here's all the witnesses. Do you recognize this man? Yeah, I do. Well, have fun. Most of them, however, cower behind. On their faces is the fear that has followed them through all their years abroad.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Miss Lin, I promise you that your nightmares have come to an end. That's because...
Everybody freeze! I hear fighting. What's going on?
Because the LGD is here to help you.
You're the singing rat's lackey.
Commissioner Swire, I hereby report on behalf of Miss Lin the crimes of a human trafficking that Chiang Man-ho, Fat Quan, and those associated with them have engaged in over the years. We have the witnesses here. As for the evidence, we have that here too. We have faith that you will deliver justice for these people.
I like this. Ding ne go fi. The stupid rat had it all planned out, didn't she?
Miss Lin simply...
That's enough. Take Fat Quan's gang into custody and bring the witnesses into
to protection. You're not going anywhere either, singing rat gang. You're gonna need to come to the station and make a statement.
Where are you going, Commissioner?
I'm in the mood for some hot pot. Lynn had us all planned out. She's so big brain.
You see, Yusia, there are multiple foreign syndicates trying to take root in the slums. Your dad is strong, but not invincible. It was no sure bet that he could have established himself here if I wasn't there to take some of the pressure off him. I don't blame you for not understanding the complexities, Yusia. You weren't born at the time after all.
I know. Dad said a lot of blood would have been shed in the slums if he didn't stand up and step forward. Little did he know that the one appreciates so much was dealing with those foreign syndicates, helping them with their human trafficking business.
I had no choice.
There's always a way, if not at the time, then certainly afterward. How many of those deeds were done because you had no choice? How many were you just you deceiving yourself? And how many were just because you couldn't bring yourself to stop?
You weren't there, Yusia. Don't talk like you know.
True, I wasn't there. And I prefer it that way. Did you ever go looking for them, Uncle Cheong? Did you try helping them? Do anything for them? Have you ever seen them standing despondent before their unrecognizable old homes? Have you ever seen them crying before the graves of their loved ones?
Spare me, Yusia. You think that kind of thing will rattle me?
Of course not. I'm not that naive. I just want to remind you, in case you forgot. But I'm sure you remember the people in this photo. Lin Yusia takes out another photo from her pouch. It is one of Skinny Cheong, President Lee, and Commissioner Wong laughing and drinking together. Ooh. A shadow comes over Skinny Cheong's expression.
Lee has left Commissioner Wong's office, sir. What do we do?
Keep an eye on him. I'll go have a chat with Commissioner Wong.
Roger.
Time to bonk him?
Phew. Come in.
Commissioner Wong, I'm Inspector Hoshiguma, LGD. I would like to talk to you.
Good timing, Inspector. I have a report to make. Correction, I'm surrendering myself.
What?
I'm confessing that I covered up the illegal bidding activities of certain corporations. I'm also reporting that Lee Manhang of Excelsior Construction is attempting to illegally influence the bidding result of the new hospital project in slums.
Wow, he's coming clean. Good for him.
He was just here. I recorded a conversation. The one behind him is of Cheong Manho of the slums, who has repeatedly influenced project bidding over the years with a mixture of bribery and violence. I have the evidence.
Who put you up to this?
No one, Inspector. I'm doing it of my own accord.
Miss Lin. Wow. I like how Hoshigun was like, I know who's helping you or who got you to do this. Dang, respect. Lee Manhang, a familiar name to many inhabitants of the slums. His company was responsible for much of the slums' infrastructure. One could even call him the great benefactor of the slums. When I was little, Dad told me how Uncle Cheong's friend, Mr. Lee, built all these buildings in slums. I was very grateful to him. It's no exaggeration to say that he was the one who inspired me to build the slum's first public hospital. But as I began to study these things and embarked on this path, I started to learn how much investment and aid he embezzled with those government officials whom he was in league with. Those buildings that I admired so much were built using cheap, inferior materials, allowing him to embezzle millions of dollars through his construction projects. The one who cajoled him into taking this path was you, Uncle Cheong.
He was the one who approached me first. He said there was immense potential there, or here.
Does it matter who was first? Together, the two of you stole from the many thousands of families who live in the slums in order to fund your comforts and excesses.
It's true that there are certain things I've kept hidden from your dad over the years. Some of them I had no choice. The others, though, I must admit that I had a choice. I do feel guilty towards your dad for those. And it makes me feel better now that you've pointed them out and I can finally admit them to myself. But that's all the more reason why I can't let you leave. I'm sorry, Yusia, but you're going to have to come with me. Once I'm safe. Lee, what is it? Help me, Chiang. The LGG just arrested me. What did you say? Chiang, don't hang. Ugh.
That Kwan's in the station too. You can go see them both together. I mean, you can go see both of them together. The communicator had hardly beeped twice before Swire walks in, throwing Fat Kwan's communicator in front of Skinny Cheong. Is there another call you would like me to make, Uncle Cheong? I can do it for you, Savant Lee, Go Sai, Mr. Wong, Mr. Chan. Lin Yusa takes out a communicator from her pouch, keeping her eye firmly on Skinny Cheong. Skinny Cheong does not answer. He leans back in his chair, his hand clutching the communicator tightly. 1,000 expressions flash across his face. It is over. Finally, he closes his eyes and exhales deeply. It is as though he has aged 10 years. We all reap what we sow, Uncle Cheong.
What about your Auntie Wong?
I'll tell her personally. Your son's schooling will not be affected.
I used to think I could stick to my principles just like you, but take one step down the wrong path and you go astray forever. Tell your dad, Cheong Man-ho is sorry.
I will.
Take me to Fat Kwan and Lee, Commissioner Swire.
The police car's outside. You need an escort?
Well, in the end, he gave up. He's like, you know what? Jig's up. I'm gonna bow out. Tell your dad sorry.
Oops. Uncle Cheong was good to me when I was little. When I was 8, he threw his new expensive watch into a well just so I would smile. You sure were one mean, stupid rat. I still am. Don't you dare think you did me a favor. The LGD was already on Skinny Cheong's tail. Just cleaning house. Well, look at you. Lin the heroine, eliminating a thorn in the LGD's side so soon after coming back from Lumen. You can bring people into the slums without anybody noticing, and even influence the government's treasury department. How about I tell Chief Wei to name you the next commissioner? Right now, there are certain things that have to be dealt with this way. The walls between the slums and Lungmen must be taken down slowly, piece by piece. I know. You think we'd be standing here talking if I didn't? What do you think I surrounded the slums for? Was it to catch you or to protect you? You're not dumb enough to think you have to catch me today. And you're not so nice that you would let me leave if I slipped up. Good. Don't you forget it. Lungmen needed the slums in your father's time. That doesn't mean Lungmen always will. Don't tell me you forgot what we said when we were in school. Nobody is born to spend their life in the slums. The day will come when those in the slums will see the sun. I've never forgotten. I wonder if a certain someone has, though. She couldn't even keep a promise after all. You're one petty woman. How long do you intend to keep nagging me about that? I'm a mean, stupid rat after all. Why wouldn't I make the most of this one weakness of yours? Talking to you raises my blood pressure to dangerous levels. I should ask Koshiguma to get me some medicine. Anyway, as long as you remember that what we said when we never forgot whom we were fighting for. The LGD won't stop you. Is the commissioner of the LGD offering immunity to this humble citizen? Think of it as the commissioner of the LGD putting restraints on this humble citizen. Swire takes out a pair of handcuffs. She puts one cuff around Lin Yusia's wrist, and the other around her own. Lin Yusia does not resist. Anyway, you've got to come to the station to make your statement. Pick up your own mess. Sure. I'm hungry after running around the slums all day. Let's have some hot pot. Put the vegetables in, you stinking rat. Why me? I put the handcuffs on my dominant hand.
I want food now. After this, I'll go check on the pastries. I can easily eat them quickly, assuming they're cooled off enough.
You're old and you're injured. You shouldn't be climbing high. You should be climbing high places like this. Wanted to say goodbye to an old friend. My leg's bad, but the least I could do is pour out some liquor for him. Is it that your leg that failed you, or your shame? Do you remember that headstrong kid who said he wouldn't let anyone touch a single hair in your head or mine, so long as he still breathed? I do. He worked under me for 30 years. I gave him a good life for 30 years. I could never imagine he was keeping so much hidden from me. I owe him nothing. But you couldn't bring yourself to do it. And you didn't expect your daughter to be so decisive. The Rat King of the slums, hiding because he's afraid to see his own daughter. What will people think? I must object. I'm not the Rat King anymore, just an old man with too much time on his hands. I'm happier than anyone else that my daughter is growing up faster than I ever expected. You've let it go. Of course I have, even if I didn't want to see her now. We still have to eat at the same table later. That niece of yours, though, you couldn't see her even if you wanted. You had to bring it up, didn't you? Nothing has changed. If she decides to come back, Lungman will be the best backing she could possibly have. Heh. We've all grown old friend. But I'm not too worried about the young ones we've entrusted Lungman's future to. You grow old even quicker if you say things like that. Ha ha ha.
I love how he's just hiding on the roof for now. He's like, oh gosh, I have to talk to my daughter later about what happened. Well, good job, daughter. Good job for being so decisive. I'll talk to you more about that at dinner time. And okay, time to switch back. So let me just do. Also, I want to buy a pack for Brother Yu. Oh, for Brother Yu. Mainly because, you know, I do want to summon him. And... fingers crossed. He might like the offerings of pastries. So yeah, I'll grab some pastries. Assuming my parents didn't eat them all just now. Because they might have. And I wouldn't blame if they did. Because it is yummy. Wait a second over here. Switch account.
Arknights.
I will buy one pack. Let's see how this goes. The more luck, the merrier. Cries. Okay, now over here, packs. I think the one I want the most is probably the... Is it the Baizao sightseeing pack, I think? Let me look real quick. Or maybe it's the... No, not the Rose Island special pack. The Baizao sightseeing pack has... Yeah, the 210 tickets one. Because that's what I really want. So I'm just gonna get that real quick. Eee. Now let's see if I remember my password. When I do, it's good. Hey, hello. Right now I'm just getting a pack in the store. For Arknights, woohoo! Okay. That is fine. So there. Got the thingy. I'm only gonna buy that pack. I think, I hope. Maxi before you got blazed though, holy cow. This is what I'm at right now. Brother you, there is some pastries out there. You want some pastries? It's in the kitchen. Yeah, I have the monthly card. I'll do one multi-pull now. See if he comes home. If he doesn't, then I run for the pastries. I'm debating when I want to grab it. So, ta-da! Ah. That's okay. I want you!
俺には飯の種が必要で、ロドスも製薬会社として
Yay! Ooh! Chapter 15? Oh my, oh my. Okay, IS5 before chapter 15. That sounds good. And yay for Verdant. Go walk around real quick, please, for this. So, hey, Popcar. Hi, thank you. Thank you, Popcar. Run, 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 run. Hi, Vanilla. Hi. Have you seen you around? Over there? Okay, let me head there. How about you? Have you seen you? Hi, Gummy. Doberman. Oh yeah, I already bought the gold certificate thingies too. So, hey, Cora. Hey, Steward. Hey, Eren. Hi, Utage. Stand Reckoner. Yeah, more of him is fine. I don't know if I've even maxed him out yet. I mean, maybe I did. Actually, no. I can't think. Poke. Okay. So in this case, I'll be right back. Pastry time. And then maybe Brother Yu will come home. Maybe he'll like a meat pie. Maybe he'll like a potato ball. Maybe he'll like a cheese bread. Yeah, food for luck. BRB. Okay, I couldn't resist. I just ended up swallowing the potato ball already. But I have the meat pie and cheese bread thingy. So here, brother, you can have a meat pie and cheese bread. Like, yummy, yummy. I'm turning off my fan for now because, oh, I don't want to get super cold. So, ta-da! Oh, ah! He said no! Well, I'm not pressing skip. We're just gonna go through, see them all. I'll take a bite of the meat pie, though. Ah. Yummy. Hi, Embryo. The feels, though, for just Minpool. In a way. Maybe he wanted the potato ball, that's why he was in his bag. Oh man. My bad. That's what I get for eating that. Hey, Gitano. This is good. Okay, taste-wise, I'm happy. My tummy's gonna be happy, but... Brother, you, come on. Ooh. After the sweet event, there's 2 intimacy events. Oh, yay. Ibana and the vampire lady. And hey, Beanstalk. Nom 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 nom. Hey, Shirayuki. Hey, Cardigan. This stuff is so flaky. I'm so glad I grabbed a big plate, not a small plate. Because oh, I'd be making such a mess. Hey, Vermeil. And it's a good thing I turned the fan off, or else oh, this would be blowing everywhere. Hi, Cruz. Hey again, Steward. Hey, Jackie. Ta-da! Okay, maybe... Actually, wait, let me stare real quick. Any more skins I want to buy? Because I might just do another pull with the current rocks. Oh, man. Yeah, this game has a lot of good world building. Okay, ideally I'd want every skin, but because I'm being bad and using these for other things too. I think for a tiny bit. Decisions. I might just throw one more pull. Just one couldn't hurt. Only one. True, he is worth it. But look at how many skins are available. So many. And then there's the ones I have. Whee! Okay, I'll just do one more. And then afterwards I can put my plate away. Because if I turn the fan back on, it's gonna blow all the little pieces. Whatever shows up first in the store, honestly. Because I want Iblana, Pepe, and Thorns, for sure. And yeah, no fear, no pain. Ah. He'll come home eventually. I might have to buy another pack, but it's okay. That's for future me to worry about. Hi, Click. Do you think he'll be nice and spook me for one of the daily polls? Or do you think... Or how many pulls do you think I'll get him? Cause now I'm like, oh gosh darn it. Hey Lunacub.
ここには食堂っていう好きにご飯を食べれる場所があると聞いたのだ。本当？コードネームはあれやん。
Here then.
正式所属になるらしいよ。
Oh, being spooked in the free daily poll sounds so nice.
じゃあこれからは仲良く。プリムと申します。以前はラテラーの護衛隊に所属しておりました。あなたの保護となり、翼となり、
yummy.
命をお守りするために戦う所存です。
Ah, yeah, for future Misaki to deal with.
こんちは、ドクター。私は宴。オペレーターにはまだ成り立てほやほやだけどね。趣味はバニラと申します。訓練生としてここで勉強させていただきます。
Oh gosh, there's too many flakes for this thing.
今後はよろしくお願いいたします。
E.
こんちは。私初めてこんな大きな移動施設に来たんで、ちょっと興奮気味です。
And a cardigan.
行動予備隊
25. Where feels this work for Nyan? Ooh.
A6 のみんな
Oh, you got this.
喧嘩が多くてドクターも心配だよね。ポップカルどうすればいいの
Oh, man.
か知ってるよ。こんにちは。
I hope I don't jinx it by saying this, but I wonder if I'd pull any of the other, like, copies of the other siblings before I get my brother Yu, if they're on the banner too. Gosh darn it, brother Yu. I'm 128 pulls in. There's hope in the world. I'm just gonna click on this now. Let's watch the cutscene before I go put my plate away. Nope, did not even start the story yet. Did she just burn the food? Nope, I have not seen it yet. No tossing the food, please. I'm just imagining it's gonna get delivered, it's gonna be like a mess. Yo, I actually had Hawthorn Berry, blah. Hawthorn Berry Tangulu. I tried it at AX this year and it was good. It was unexpected, the texture of Hawthorn Berries, but I liked it. I just had to make sure to spill the seeds. I think I might have eaten one seed, but it's okay. Man, Tangulu's so good. Ooh, so ominous. Ah, yes, the power of cooking oil. Look at him cleansing the lamb with this amazing food. The power of hot pot. Oh, that is a nice feast. Oh, I want some. Food? Yeah, imagine missing on his meals. Like, what the heck? That looks amazing. Favorite use. Oh, I want that. I want that so badly. And then a wild Kyobi comes in and devours everything, of course, as one does, you know? And now... Actually, wait. I'll put my plate away real quick. I'll be right back, so I can turn my fan back on. Ah, sweating already. Okay. That was good. Nom 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 nom. And now for chrysanthemum tea with dry tangerine peels. Okay, that sounds good too. She was a good girl too. She and you. Oh man, now I want more food though. Dried orange peels left to age for 40 years. In the same cup with freshly picked chrysanthemum. Do the flavors of yours stand up to a careful tasting? 40-year-old orange peels. I wonder what that tastes like. Sounds a little bit scary, but it might be delicious. Intriguing, the thought. Sir, are you saying such a remarkable individual actually exists in the history of Great Yan? Yes. Cataloging books, organizing texts, promoting education. If she did so much for all life under heaven, why does no one remember her, even know her name? Sir, can you identify this character? I don't believe I've ever encountered it before. It's not that no one remembers her, it's simply that her true name is in one lone word. Was never recorded in the history books. Isn't it a pity? Her pen captured Great Yan's long history and a vast expanse, yet not a single page of the historical records bears her name. Sir, if I were to complete all the missing records, do you think I could reconstruct her image? 40 years ago. Ooh, April 21st, 1062. Sir! It's raining so hard out here. Why not come inside, have a pot of nice warm tea, and wait out the rain? No need. The rain won't be stopping anytime soon. I should keep moving. Haha, some people want the rain to stop, some hope it carries on. The umbrella vendor is smiling from ear to ear, but the passerby are downright miserable. A fascinating thought. Friend, you should take a moment to rest. I was asked to remind you, the road ahead is rough and uneven. A certain someone worries you might misstep and get your shoes wet. Please, just follow me, sir. Your friend is already waiting for you inside.
Hi, Minister. It's been a while. No, these days you're the Grand Tutor. It's been some time indeed, since we bid each other farewell in human. I expected to meet with the Sui Regulator and the Ministry of War first upon this return to the capital to deliver my report. That's why I've arranged to meet with you in advance. His Imperial Majesty has passed. When? 2 weeks ago. I think, if His Majesty had died of natural causes, you would not be coming to see me about it. Does this mean...
The man sitting in the shadows holds out his hand. A black Weiqi stone rests in his palm.
60 years ago, he escaped from the ancient temple and turned himself into 181 black Weiqi stones, which scattered across the lands. Their current whereabouts are unknown. 2 weeks ago, the Sui Regulator found this stone in the capital. What has he done? I do not know. The only thing I'm certain of is that he could not have entered the Forbidden City. Someone must have gone out to meet him. Investigating this person's identity would be sensitive. His machinations likely won't involve others. I shouldn't have come to you today, when the convict caused all this turmoil before. You're the one who subdued him.
Okay, which one would I not want to be tasked to watch over? Ooh. I'd want to say Mian, but at the same time, it'd be kind of funny seeing her movies if she gives me, like, first views for everything. Okay, yeah, Merchant Bro, you're right. Him, no.
Grandmaster, do you know anything about this? Not a thing. I have not seen him since the incident. Then I believe you, Grandmaster. Do you need anything from me? Do not linger here. Return to Yumen at once. Ursus is in constant turmoil, and there is a changing of the guard in Yumen. We must not allow morale to be shaken. I will handle the Sui Regulator and the Ministry of War myself. It is precisely because you are not entangled in this affair that I can entrust you with such a crucial task. Understood. I will see the Sui Regulator continue to investigate the Weichi matter in secret. During this crucial time, you should remain out of sight, Grandmaster. We did not meet here today. Regarding the True Lung, how is His Highness Yan Wu? At this moment, he should be Yan Wu. Yan Wu was the one who went to His Imperial Majesty on the night that he died.
Grand Commandant.
Your Highness, 28 members of the traitor's family have been imprisoned. But after we checked the list, we found there was a single individual missing, an infant just under a month old. The Imperial Guard searched the Grand Preceptor's mansion thoroughly today, but found no trace of the baby.
A newborn could not have run off by herself. Someone went through the trouble to whisk her away.
Your Highness need not worry. The Imperial Guard will find her. Humph. Earlier today, the Minister of Justice requested a meeting. He seeks His Highness's advice on the series of cases.
Handle them according to the laws of Yan.
I'll tell him.
Where's my elder brother now?
According to a report, he left the capital just a half an hour ago. Some of the Imperial Guard had defected with him. The soldiers guarding the city did not dare to stop them without orders to do so.
Indeed. I never ordered them to keep him in Baizhou. He was unwilling to stay and left everyone behind. How many Imperial Guardsmen went with them?
18.
Even after committing such an unforgivable crime, my elder brother can still send the Grand Preceptor to die in his place. He can still command the unwavering loyalty of these 18 deathsworn. How many courtiers are still devoted to him? How many still hope that he will retake the throne?
Yet it is your Highness who now sits on the throne, not him. Therefore, it falls upon your Highness to ensure Yan's eternal prosperity. All castes of Yan afford hesitation and uncertainty, save your Highness.
It's been so long since I've left this palace. Grand Commandment, tell me, has the spring rains yet ceased in Baizhou?
The rain may stop wherever your Highness desires.
Ooh, how cute comic of her and you. You walk into desk room, like time to eat. You can't work an empty stomach, just telling him to leave. And him leaving the food on her desk is... after he leaves and she ate the food. That's adorable.
If your Highness has changed your mind, you have yet time to stop them.
I'm exhausted. The Imperial Kitchen has prepared some babao soup and shredded bamboo shoots. If your Highness desires. Very well. I want that food. Instead, right now I have water. There. Don't cry. We're on our way home. We're almost there.
Pick up the pace, please, if you could.
It's raining too hard, and I can't see too well. Couldn't go any faster at this rate.
How much farther to the next station?
At least 30 li.
Brother, just how urgent is your business that you bring your whole family along to travel in a night like this? Please, just go faster. What the?
Jannie's exclamation.
What's somebody doing out here in the wilderness at this hour?
The man looks around, but the endless rain blocks his view. It's too dark for him to see anything.
We'll have to get out of here. Sir, I'll give you all the money I have. Take your carriage to the next station. If anyone asks, do not tell them you carried passengers with the baby tonight. I beseech you, good sir. But, what, huh? Where are you going in this weather? We'll follow the path through the northern woods.
Now what is this drama?
What is it?
The baby. The baby's gone. What's with the missing babies? Well, this is the second baby gone missing tonight.
It's her.
The baby is sleeping soundly in her cradle, oblivious to the mud and blood on her face.
I did everything you asked. I know their methods, and I know how to answer them. Don't worry, I won't allow any blood to stain you. Good sir, I have no way to repay your kindness. No, you need not thank me. I did not do this for you. She's done so much for me, yet what I do today will neither clear her name, nor even begin to avenge her. I have no family and no affairs to settle after my death. I ask only one favor of you. Please, take this girl in. You need not tell her anything. Just let her grow up and live her life in peace. You know, if she stays here, it'll be risky, with a greater possibility that this old case will be reopened. But isn't that what you want? We may be powerless to change the situation right now. But if one day, be it 3 or 4 decades later, the truth is revealed, all the blood that shall not have been shed in vain. Right then, I swear it.
Well, hopefully the baby lives a nice life. Because it's 40 years ago, so... Unless now it's current. Bitter gourd with wood ear. Yummy. I'll put my water on the ground now. Nom 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 nom. I want... expletive. Oh, it's pretty cute. Hey, Dusk. Come lend a hand. Those things are in loose here. Ah, yeah, what a pain. All these stagings are apparently dishes. I want... breakfast! A new fella? Itching for a beating, huh? I want breakfast. These are so cute! I didn't think it'd leave a sapidity behind. Smells tasty. Looks like it's drawn to the stove and will be absorbed right in when it gets close enough. I assume we just let it go through. It looks friendly enough. Mmm, delicious. Uh-oh, they're all that way. Actually, no, they're gonna walk around. At this rate, we'll get to turn the stove on soon and see some sapid allspice in action. I want some allspice. Don't eat that. If we all just stood and watched like you did, they'll turn... Like you did, wow, thanks. They'll turn the sapidity into vapidity, and the meal will be bland. I didn't think the derelict stove could draw those vapidity things too. Meh. Just whack it a bunch of times and it'll turn back. It'll be fine. Just whack him a bunch. No fear, no pain. I'm just gonna go back and forth. Yeah, right. If you whack all of them in time, the derelict stove's about to unleash a vapid blight. Uh-oh. Ow. The thing reeks of bad luck. Well, since we won't get hurt for real anyway, handle this yourself. Sheesh, so petty. Fine, just watch me. Not by herself. She got this. She has friends on her side. totally fine. Kind of, sort of. That'll do. Now let's cook. I'm ready. Ooh, that's powerful. I like it.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, that's nice. That's fun. I just gotta make sure that they don't get their stove. My stove, yes. Their stove, no. Scallion tofu. Mmm, yummy. So jelly. Okay, let's see who I want to put here. I should put down Yato. Stare. Check, please. Wait a minute, I'm busy. Oh, all you ordered was a bowl of plain noodles. It's on the house. Come on. I'm leaving the money on the counter. Bye. Thank you, come again. Eating so little for lunch. At that age, what gives? Too many colors blind the eyes, too many flavors dull the tongue. One must not indulge in the desire for food. What do you mean one must not indulge? Didn't you just eat one bowl of plain noodles? This is my 5th. I'm not like you, I prefer my food light and simple. I never add any seasonings when I eat. No salt, vinegar, chili, scallions, garlic, or spices at all. No seasonings. When I'm eating, I want to taste the food itself. If the basics are even slightly less than fresh, my taste buds will detect it instantly. Judging by your manner and robes, you're deputy minister with the Judicial Review Office, aren't you? Your tongue must be the greatest judge under heaven. Haha, you have a way with words. When next you feel you've been wronged, come find me at the Judicial Review Office. My name is Yu Chang. I won't need to trouble your magisterial greatness with that sort of thing. I'm but a humble officer in the Ministry of Rights. I'm not often wronged. Well, come see me anyway. I'll treat you to a bowl of noodles. What is your name, young man? I'm called Gutuan.
Hey, Jiang, I'm here. Coming. What'll be today, Liu? I'll have the usual. Any special today? Well, persimmons are in season. We've also got a fresh batch of chestnuts today. You can either eat them raw, nice and crispy, or cooked, sweet and tender. How about stewed beef belly with chestnuts, and then some osmanthus-flavored dried persimmon for dessert?
I want... Oh, I'm so jealous of this event. All the food. Okay, I'm so glad I ate some pastry just now, but now I want this.
Nice, alright. I'll have that then.
Wait, is that the Gutuan then?
By the way, that sign we fixed in your restaurant a while back. Don't worry. I checked with our chief. This meal's in the house. You've taken all of our carpentry work the past few years. Treating you to a few meals is the least we can do. Ha ha ha, you're too kind. He's really a great cook, the greatest under heaven, I'd say. I can't find food this good anywhere else. That wooden talisman I gave him, I mean it. I meant it. He was too modest to accept the gift. Come on, enough already. We're just a little old eatery. It's you who keeps us in business. You don't need to flatter us like that. By the way, where's that young chef of yours? I didn't see him sitting outside and chatting with the guests today. Don't even bring him up. He's been sulking since early this morning. There's this famous food critic going around lately, taking advantage of the buzz from the Feast of 100 Delicacies, you know. I hear she's visiting all the hidden little eateries in town, reading them one by one in the newspapers. I know. I hear she published an article reviewing taverns in Baizhou. She's even writing a book. Says she wants to compile all the best recipes from Baizhou, past and present. She calls herself the Wandering Foodie or something like that.
It's me, the wandering foodie. Oh, that's fun, being a regular.
She's certainly ambitious. Baizhou has countless taverns, and these places have been making their dishes for generations. To write a book about them, she'll need a wealth of knowledge and a stomach big enough for all that food. Exactly. But I hear the book she's working on, Baizhou Cuisine and Food Culture, has already earned some praise from the head chefs of the 4 great restaurants, and none of them have anything bad to say about her reviews. Rumor has it she's dropping in here today. Well, you have nothing to worry about. With your chef's cooking, even the harshest critic will have nothing to criticize, right? You know his temper. Whether the reviews are good or bad, he can't stand people talking about his food. He says he doesn't want to get into a cooking competition, but that's just because he's afraid he'll lose. Alright, that's enough of that. Haha, the only thing I'm worried about is people discovering this place, so I won't be able to get a table here anymore. Knock on wood. Oh, another customer. Hey look, the two of you coming right at this hour. We're right across from the Judicial Review office. I guess it's kind of become an official cafeteria. If it wasn't for this restaurant, I would have resigned and moved home ages ago. Don't say such things. We're on duty. How could you think of resigning? What's up? Why so serious? It's a feast of 100 delicacies, of course. The busiest time of year for the office. I haven't had a good night's sleep since in a month. Who can keep going like this? The precautions are necessary, though. There are so many tourists here now. If something bad were to happen, it would be a disaster. No matter how careful we are, there's just too much going on. Something is bound to happen. Hey, enough shop talk. Just enjoy the food. You think we're talking about work because we want to? Ugh. By the way, did you hear about the Ding Feng Low case? What case? If there's something to say, just say it. Well, it's secrecy. I'm not trying to be secretive. This case is just downright eerie.
I do like that too. It's a humble little restaurant. Exhausted judicial official.
On the 15th of last month, when Ding Feng Lo was busiest, every one of its 100 or so stoves were burning all day and late into the night. That night, one of the stoves caught fire and the staff could not put it out. A handful of chefs were injured. The Originium pipe sprung a leak, was it? That's nothing new. Well, the investigators could not determine whether the pipe had been tampered with or not. Hundreds of people have access to the kitchen. Who knows if someone did something? You must know that Ding Feng Lo is the most famous restaurant in Baizhou and the organizer of the feast. The thing that makes this incident particularly strange is that it happened on the 15th day of the month, and the fire started in the 100th stove. Some say they saw a strange silhouette amidst the flames.
Ooh?
Let's stick to the facts, yes. We don't need to fabricate things here. I'm telling the truth. Many people said they saw it. The work you do at the Judicial Review office is pretty interesting. Listening to you talk about your cases like this is cases like reading a detective novel. Come now, we're hardly authors here. It's just that whenever a case drags on for a few weeks without progress, I have nightmares about it. Actually, now that you mention it, I also heard about a strange case recently. There's nothing supernatural about it. It's just plain weird. Oh, another juicy story. Do tell. I really shouldn't divulge too many details about this. You can't tease us like that. The suspense is killing me. This is a matter of great importance. The place where this incident occurred is truly significant. It was at Mr. Ning's manor, former Minister of Rights.
I like how they're all just sharing stories now.
My chief has been investigating this case for a while now. I've only heard of an overview, but he won't tell me more. Mr. Ning had been retired for several years now. He's in the process of leaving Baizhou and moving back to his hometown in Jiangnan. But a few days ago, a strange thief broke into his mansion. Nothing was stolen, no one was hurt, but in one of the guest rooms, there was a painting of the Xian hanging on the wall, and someone used melted honey to draw a line across the Xian's mouth. Of course, the mansion was heavily guarded, but the thief seemed to know the layout very well. And the thief, whether down to incredible skill or sheer experience, left no trace behind. My Shifu and the others have their hands full trying to crack the case. Sealing the lips with honey. Isn't that from the legend of the stove god? It ensures the stove god will say more good things than bad. The thief vandalized the painting, but didn't steal anything of value. They don't care for money, so did they have some other motive? What motive could they have had? Minister Ning is an honorable mandarin. He has a decades-long record of dutiful public service. Who could have any issues with him? Regardless, he is an important court mandarin. The ransacking of his manor is no small matter, especially at a time like this. It's our greatest fear come true. Oh, hey, I saw something. You scared me. What's the thought? I just remembered that I also saw something weird a few days ago, right in this very restaurant. It was 3 days ago. I was here eating when a real strange customer walked in. He looked to be on the elder side, and he was still wearing a prison outfit, as if he had just been released by the Judicial Review Office. He sat down and ordered 20 bowls of white rice, nothing else. He downed them in no time flat.
Reminds me of the time when I was at a restaurant and someone just ordered white rice, that's it. I was just like, wait, what? Is the rice that good? It's like, would you like anything with your rice? It's like, no, just plain white rice. And that's it. Like, oh. Well. Maybe I should try that next time. I never did.
That's all you're going to eat? Eating all that rice is bound to make you choke. Why don't we whip up 2 little entrees for you, and a bowl of soup on the house? No. It's dahuang rice, nice and fresh. The finest in the land. What other food could I possibly need? I filled my belly. I have no need for any free dishes. Check, please.
For me, if I have some seaweed with it, I'd be happy. Either some, like, sheets of seaweed or topping. Like, furikake. After the funny fella finished eating, he grabbed all 20 empty bowls and walked out of the restaurant. He kept walking until he reached the Judicial Review Office. Wait a second, he grabbed all the bowls of rice? Wait, what?
After the funny fellow finished eating, he grabbed all 20 empty bowls and walked out of the restaurant. He kept walking until he reached the Judicial Review Office. He threw the pile of bowls at the door of the office and yelled, I'm the one who set the fire to this... Wait, I'm the one who set the fire to the scrollery. Well, I'm sure you know more about that than me. Especially with my terrible memory. Who was that guy anyway? What happened to him at the end? There's no way I could discuss something like that with you. Shh. There's civilians at the next table over. Don't worry about them. I heard that the lady speaking Victorian. I think they're foreigners. They don't understand what we're saying anyway.
I love that. It's like they don't understand what we're saying. In perfect Chinese. Laoban. Diankan. They're like, sure. Sure they don't understand, huh?
Red silk special. Ma tofu. Soft yellow shells. Autumn casserole and jade surprise. And that's all she ordered. Is she trying to challenge us? She seems very polite. She just looked at the menu and picked out these dishes. Didn't look like she was asking for trouble. You think she might be that food critic, the one who wrote Baizao Cuisine and Food Culture? What kind of food critic comes in and orders nothing but tofu? Relax, chef, relax. You know how things are going here, business-wise. The future of a restaurant hinges on this very moment. You have to do your best. The dishes must be flawless.
The Victorian woman pulls up a chair and 2 jugs of wine and sits at the table with the 2 mandarins of the Judicial Review Office. She casually pours each a glass of wine. Its rich, sweet aroma soon fills the table. Please, drink and enjoy. The wine was meant for sharing. Aye aye. So what happened next? What became of the weirdo who threw the empty rice bowls?
Good lady, What you heard just now was nothing more than idle diners chatter. Whatever you do, please do not share it with anyone else.
Huh? But you haven't finished the story yet. Where's the cliffhanger? Where's the stay tuned for the next episode?
I'm a manager in the Judicial Review Office, madam. I'm not a storyteller in the tea house.
What a coincidence. I have a good friend who works there too. And here I was thinking everybody at the Judicial Review Office was stuffy, pretentious, and tight-lipped.
Ahem. Dear madam, have you come to Yan all by yourself? Are you here on vacation?
Let's not be so formal. My niece's name is Huang, or Blaze in Victorian. She looks great. And yes, I guess you could say I'm here on vacation.
I haven't met many Victorians who speak Yanese as well as you do. Have you lived in Yan previously?
Haha, actually no. But I'm not 100% Victorian. My father is Yanese. Three rules, you say? Yes, if you can't follow these rules, I won't be able to take you back to Baizhou. Okay, lay 'em on me. First, beware of strangers. Do not, of your own volition, take actions that are unnecessary. What do you take me for? A 3-year-old? I know that. What else? Second, do not tell anyone that you are infected. Do I really need to tell me that? Third, do not under any circumstances tell anyone about your father. Okay. Girl, you're just breaking all the rules first thing. Blaze, you're an important witness in all these major cases, as well as an important piece of evidence. I need your cooperation, and in return, I will guarantee your safety.
What's that about your dad?
I'm here to visit some family, and I'm on vacation, haha.
Well, madam, you came at the perfect time. The Feast of 100 Delicacies is about to begin. All Baizhao's restaurants compete to serve the best dishes. This is the time of year when you can try the tastiest food.
Really? Do you have any Baizhao delicacies you can recommend? Or maybe a restaurant or two?
Baizhao doesn't have any signature dishes, or Baizhao delicacies as you put it. Instead, you'll find that every single dish you eat in Baizhao makes a delicacy.
Ah, that makes sense. I didn't make the connection until now that Baizhao means 100 stoves in Victorian.
You know what they say, to the people, food is heaven. Yes, the name Baizhao, bestowed ages ago by the Reign Chu Lung, means to tend all cooking stoves under heaven. Later, someone says exquisite food demands meticulous preparation. See, fine food doesn't just fill your stomach, it soothes your soul. There are different dishes for every season and every region. The best chefs, they have a wealth of knowledge and the power of the gods at their fingertips. Please, let's eat. Enough fooling around with foreign tourists. Order up!
Yummy. Do you have some special fondness for tofu, or... These are all tofu dishes? They have different names, I had no idea. Who would have thought that Yan had so many different kinds of tofu? Still yummy. I love the food. Let's just stir it real quick. Delicious. Okay, I gotta ask. For those who like tofu, what's your favorite tofu dish? For me, I love agedashi tofu. It tastes so good fried. Little bro though, little bro's kind of funny. He only eats plain tofu with nothing else. No seasoning. Maybe a little bit of shoyu if he feels like it, but otherwise just plain tofu. Ooh, mapo tofu extra spicy, yummy. Oh, that sounds good too. Whatever. There's more than enough tofu for everyone. We'll enjoy it all together. Isn't that the custom here in Yan after all? Alright, let's dig in. What's this? I don't remember ordering a dessert.
Did you set out the food? Did she like it? Actually, she didn't really eat much. She gave most of it away to the other customers. Ugh. Settle down, she might be feeling out of the ambience, you know. Just calm down, let's see what happens.
So what is this feast of 100 delicacies you keep talking about?
You may speak fluently Yanese, madam, but there are clearly gaps in your knowledge of our culture. The Feast of 100 Delicacies happens every year in mid-autumn, when the True Lung convenes. Meets with mandarins at all levels to discuss state affairs.
If it's just a bunch of government meetings, why is it called the Feast of 100 Delicacies?
Now, that is a beautiful origin story. Many years ago, the True Lung at the time held a birthday banquet, and all the mandarins presented him with gifts, including all manner of rare treasures from all across Yan. But there was one mandarin, a young assistant minister from the Ministry of Revenue, who gave the True Lung a bowl of pearl jade soup. The True Lung lifted the lid off the bowl, only to find a clump of rotten cabbage leaves and a scant few grains of brown rice floating in some water. The True Lung was enraged, demanding, What is the meaning of this? The assistant minister replied, There was a flood in Jiangxi this year, so we had a terrible harvest. What you see in the bowl here is what the peasants have been eating every day.
Speaking up for what's right, that's what any good mandarin should do. Still, doing it to the True Lung's face on his birthday like that takes some serious guts.
Yes, the surprising thing is, the True Lung did not punish the young mandarin. He praised him in order that all other mandarins follow his example in advocating for the people. The True Lung ordered cuts to the court budget and used those funds for disaster relief. He built embankments to guard against future floods, and Jiangxi was saved.
Wow, that guy sounds great.
Yes, and the following year, the mandarins presented the True Lung with a bowl of sumptuous fortune soup to show him that the fineries were thriving. Ahem. In summation, the annual banquet became a tradition called the Feast of 100 Delicacies, held every year during Mid-Autumn Festival. And all the restaurants in the city served dishes from the traditional 100 Delicacies menu, welcoming all the people to join in the celebration.
Oh, the Yanese really know food, don't they? This little shop here is a great example. It may look ordinary, but it serves top-notch eats. Just look at how many different types of tofu they can make. Amazing! Then again, these cakes here, they taste different to the ones I've had before, and not in a good way. I think something's not quite right with them. Huh? Why has everyone gone silent? Was it you? You're the one criticizing my food? Ah. Oof. So, I wonder how that tasted? Like, what's not right about it? Because oof. He's so offended. Well, I don't blame him, honestly. But like, how dare you talk about my food that way? You happily eat your food. Let me summon you for reals. Okay, no fear. All is well. It'll be fun to eventually use that mechanic. I want to feed the flames. Breakfast. Mmm. Delicious breakfast. Ta-da, all is well. No fear, no pain. Yeah, they're gonna come out soon. I can use that. Ta-da! And might as well. Wee! Yay. I can use it now. For no particular reason at this point. Just to show off. Ta-da! Can the dragon do anything in time? Nope. It's alright, at least it's cute.
Oh, heck yeah. He probably was a nice or important dude in the opening. What do you want to show me? Pick up the pace a little. We'll be there soon. If you walk in the snow by the stream, the fragrant plum blossoms are rare. However, you can find some at the base of the mountain. I suppose a view of the fireworks against the city skyline from atop the mountain could be the only thing worth climbing on the way up here.
Fireworks? Who cares about those? I brought you here to see this pine tree.
An evergreen. It can withstand the cold weather.
No, that's not what's special about it. I planted this tree myself right before I assumed my post in Baizhou. Back then, I had the same mindset as you. After all these years, I'm a different person now, and this tree is a different tree.
I do not understand.
That doesn't matter. All you need to do now is look at the tree, imprint in it your memory. Xingyan, you will do well in the Judicial Review Office. You will go on to be an excellent deputy minister, maybe a minister yourself. Those cases will not be a problem for you. There's really only one issue that you'll need to focus on. Will you be able to handle the truth?
I do not understand.
You don't need to understand now. Every once in a while, you would think back to this pine tree. Once you spend enough time contemplating the tree, you understand the rest. After I die, cut down the tree. Use this wood to fashion my coffin.
Mr. Yu.
We should be going. The higher you climb, the colder it gets.
Flames. Years of wind and snow, moments fleeting like blossoms in the morning and evening light. Once more, I think back to the pine tree and the mountain path, buried in the snow. Yu Cheng, what penalty do you propose to atone for your guilt? Snoring softly?
Huh? What time is it? Has the suspect confessed yet?
Censor Jiazen. This is a serious matter. Please mind your words and behavior.
This is a routine internal matter for the Judicial Review Office. The Department of Discipline and Supervision is just going through the motions. It's not a big deal. However, this trial today certainly has been interesting. The minister is usually quite well-tempered. I've never seen her that angry before.
Hello, pretty. Chen-che. Yu Cheng, you served in the Judicial Review Office. You took an oath before the Bronze Mirror. Do you really think the Judicial Review Office is the proper place for you to act like a spoiled brat?
That's an unjust accusation. You asked me all that you need to ask, and I answered them. What else would you have me do? On the 15th of last month, around 1:45 a.m., someone set fire to the southern end of the Judicial Review Office scrollery. That person was me.
Liar. When the fire broke out, you were in pre-trial detention. How could you have started it? If you planned the fire, you had help. Name your co-conspirator.
I had no co-conspirator. However, I did have a helper. A foul beast.
Okay, it was Yu Cheng. Not Gutuan.
That night, a wounded foul beast landed by the window of my cell. I fed it a few grains of rice and some fresh water. The foul beast was quite intelligent. I saved it, and it was willing to return the favor. I gave it a burning straw and told it to fly to the scrollery.
What? Yu Cheng, the courtroom has no time for your games.
I'm not playing games. Ask me anything, and I will answer truthfully.
Very well. You say you started the fire. Elaborate on that, if you will. What species of foul beast was it that you used?
Do I look like a foul beast expert? I only remember that it was completely black, without a single stray hair. As black as a human heart.
You said you gave the file beast a burning straw. You were locked in a cell. Where did you get the straw?
I picked it out of my sleeping cushion.
Your cushion was made of cotton.
Then my memory's mistaken. It must have fallen in from the foul beast's nest.
The guards did a full search of your cell after the fire. They did not find any foul beast's nest.
If criminals didn't try to cover their tracks, we wouldn't need the Judicial Review Office or the Ministry of Justice, would we? That foul beast truly understood human nature.
Why you?
Oh, right. As for how I lit the straw in the first place, I struck the cell bars with these iron shackles exactly 863 times. One for each year the Judicial Review Office's existence. That is as much detail as I can provide on the fire. Would do. Madam Minister, do you have more questions for me?
This guy.
It seems that he's just been reading some fanciful stories since his retirement.
This is no time for jokes.
Well, she had the patience to play along with him and indulge in his insanity.
Do you want to enter this line into the record?
Of course. Interesting. Yu Chang was once appointed Deputy Minister for the Judicial Review Office's Haoran Pavilion. There he took down countless corrupt mandarins and notorious criminals.
Hey, hello. Ooh, nice nap. Nothing is good.
However, after his retirement, you convicted him of fabricating evidence, which is how he ended up here. As you think back now, do you regret your choice, Deputy Minister Lin?
The law's the law. It bends to no man. Stop trying to stir trouble, Censor Jie.
But when we look at it, Yu Chang's behavior is quite odd. When he was charged with fabricating evidence, he did not question it or protest. Now, after he's been convicted, he decides to start a fire.
That's not right. I still have questions. Yes, Deputy Minister Lin?
Humph.
Lin Qingyan puts down her pen and paper and happens to meet Yu Chang's gaze. The prisoner, who has been pretending to be insane, is now staring at her intently. She wants to know the truth. She does not fear revealing herself in the process. Yu Chang seems pleased with Lin Qingyan's reaction. He closes his eyes as an ugly grin crosses his face. Deputy Minister Lin, as acting clerk, you need only take notes. Mr. Chen, there's one question you haven't yet asked. Yu Chang claims he set the fire. What was his motive? The suspect's confession is clearly nonsense. Why bother asking his motive?
Ha ha ha. I'm the one who set fire to the scrollery. You must believe me. As for why I did it...
Yu Chang, there was 74,000 case files in the southern section of the scrollery, and the result of the 60 years of painstaking effort and the hard work of 24 deputy ministers, and you saw fit to turn it all to ash? Yu Chang suddenly droops his head. He remains silent for what seems like ages. The minister's eyes remain fixed on him, watching his every move.
As I see it, there was no great loss. Those files were filled with half-truths, whitewashed fabrications, and outright lies. Gazing upon them dirties the eyes. Thinking of them taints the mind. So I thought it best to cleanse it all in flames.
Cleanse? Just what are you trying to say?
What am I trying to say? If you're keen to know, then let's have a discussion. That which I burned, was it clean or dirty? Minister Chen, the suspect is clearly suffering from some sort of mental disease. It's getting late. Shall we conclude the questioning for today?
Escort Yu Chang back to his cell. I truly regret that we have subjected the Department of Discipline and Supervision to this circus here today.
It is truly a vexing case, we understand.
The Judicial Review Office will be sure to submit a full explanation to the Department of Discipline and Supervision.
Sigh. I just hope this case can be resolved quickly, so I don't have to make so many trips here. You've planted way too many camphor trees in this courtyard. They're making me sneeze. I shall take my leave now, Deputy Minister Lin. See you.
You should be off too, Lin Qingyan. The courtroom door swings open. As sunlight pours in once more, Lin Qingyan immediately spots the 7 towers with 18 pointed roofs hidden in the shadows of the trees. The Judicial Review Office scrollery were all built in a style. The roofs of the towers seemed to be covered with ash, the remnants of the burned southern section. Just as she's about to step out the door, she hears a faint voice.
Lin Qingyan, it's almost time. Do not forget.
Lin Qingyan steps out into the cold sunlight without even hesitating.
Oh gosh, judging the face.
Achoo!
Sensei Jiazen, you're still here?
I was waiting to chat with you for a minute. It's not convenient to talk in there. If you still want to investigate Yu Cheng's case, you better move quickly. After the Feast of 100 Delicacies is over, all prisoners detained in Baizhou will either be transferred to another prison or exiled. In any case, the cells must be emptied within 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
The Imperial Decree should reach you shortly. I just spotted it early, so I'm giving you a heads up.
And here I thought you didn't care much for these things.
It's within my power to avoid caring, but you cannot get it out of your head. Yu Cheng is very important to you, isn't he?
He was kind of like my teacher in the Judicial Review Office. He's the one who taught me to distinguish right from wrong. When I first discovered that he had fabricated evidence to convict a corrupt Mandarin, well, I shrugged it off as using any means necessary to achieve justice. However, I never imagined he would set fire to the scrollery. There's absolutely no justice in that.
Indeed, I can't figure him out.
But it does provoke a question. They've never emptied the jails for the feast before. Why do it this year?
This matter may not concern you directly, but I'm sure you've heard something about it. You men experienced a catastrophe at the beginning of the year. Then this summer, we suffered the Dahuang incident. And what was the root cause of all this?
The bestial Sui. This 1,000-year-old case must finally be resolved.
I dare not engage in presumptuous speculation. This is as much I can say for now.
Doshie. Sensei Jiazen, why do you terminate the ongoing interrogation?
Ah. As the saying goes, words may deceive, so trust your eyes. I wager you haven't seen the burned scrollery yet.
No, I have not.
Perhaps you better go see for yourself. I will take my leave.
The restaurant in which was loud and boisterous just a moment ago goes completely silent. The regulars, anticipating what is to come, file out of the diner one by one. Of course, they remember to leave money for their meals.
Jian, close the door. Sigh.
What happened?
Jiang, wasn't she just eating these tangerine cakes here? Yes, she was.
And didn't you tell me she was criticizing the taste?
No, she said they taste different, not bad, just different.
Winking vigorously. I guess you call it criticism. They're not exactly orthodox, different to what I had before. So you're the head chef, eh? Pretty young, aren't you? Don't try to change the subject. I was just critiquing the food. That's not a capital offense. Besides, I thought the rest of the dishes were awesome. Now you're onto flattery. This is my restaurant and I have my rules. You either tell me what's wrong with the tangerine cakes or I won't let you leave. I told you already, they taste different to the ones I've had before. Where and when did you eat them before? Or maybe, more than 10 years ago? When I was living in Victoria, a relative sent them to me. Did you come here to stir up trouble? Jiang, escort her out.
No, we're not in the habit of kicking customers out of the restaurant. Good madam, think for a minute. What exactly is it about these cakes that taste different? Maybe this is all some kind of misunderstanding?
Let me think. I remember the tangerine cakes I had before were sweeter. Yes, you must not have used enough sugar.
The tangerine cakes need more sugar? Ha ha ha. To think I took you for a food critic. You're a woman with absolutely no taste. I won't waste my time arguing with you. Please leave.
Bro. Sheesh.
You say I have no taste when the real problem is your cooking?
Ooh, those are fighting words.
Oh, no. My cooking, you say? Don't make me laugh, my cooking. My culinary talent, my... Alright then, I'll make you a bet. Go to the store here and sample the food at some of the other restaurants. If you find a better tasting meal, I'll give you this entire shop. No, please no. But if you can't find better food, you just sit at this table by the window and shout out to the streets. Shout what? Apologize to me 100 times. But what would I want with your restaurant? Let's do this instead. If I find food that tastes better, then you'll let me eat here for a month free. And you'll teach me how to cook a few of the tastiest dishes in Jannie's cuisine, also free of charge. Huh? There's an old Chinese saying, give a man a fin and you feed him for a day, teach a man to fin catch and you feed him for a lifetime. This restaurant, when I leave, I can't take it with me. If you teach me how to cook a few tasty dishes, I can cook it for my friends. But were you just criticizing my cooking? I told you all your other dishes taste great. Wait a moment. Don't think you can just trick me like that. We still need to discuss the tangerine cakes. Okay then, I'll take your bet. I know I can find tangerine cakes somewhere in Baizhou that tastes like the ones I had before. Humph. Huh? What's that weird smell? I think it's coming from back of the kitchen. I know that smell. It's like something is overcooked. My stew!
He just burnt his own stew. Brother, you.
Dear customer, I apologize. Our head chef has a bad temper and is easily offended. Please come again, alright? Pretty weird.
Okay, you know what? Based on how they all interact, or not all interact, but what I've seen of them. Like, he really loves his cooking, but oh gosh, don't make any comments on his food. Just, temperament-wise. The one with the best temperament overall. Issue.
I've heard that skilled chefs tend to be eccentric. In fact, I'll bet the reason he was able to become a good chef was precisely because he takes his food so seriously. Did you notice that each of the 5 tofu dishes you ordered had tofu cut in a different way? Yet every piece of tofu within each dish was exactly the same size and shape? I don't think many chefs in Baizhou could accomplish that. You overheard our argument? Sorry, I wasn't eavesdropping. You were just within earshot. You're all having such fun sharing your dishes amongst yourselves. Well, I believe you accidentally took the plate of the tangerine cakes that I ordered. Oh, sorry about that. What a dummy I was, taking someone else's food and then having a fight with a chef over it. You wait here, I'll order you some more, straight away. No, there's no need for that. I came here today to try the food. After seeing how much you all enjoyed it, well, I figure it must be good enough. However, I'm still a little curious, what exactly did you not like about the tangerine cakes? I can't really put my finger on it, but I just know I've eaten better ones before. Are you sure the dish you ate before was indeed tangerine cakes? Of course. One of my relatives lived in Baizhou and would ship me these cakes. There's no way I would be wrong. I'm sure. May I trouble you with a request then? You're going out looking for another restaurant that serves these tangerine cakes, right? Could you take me with you? This is the real food critic, isn't it? Sure. You're from Baizhou, aren't you? That's perfect. You know your way around these parts. Then again, it's getting kind of late. Let's meet here again tomorrow at noon. What do you say? Certainly. Oh right, by the way, my name is Blaze. I'm a tourist from Victoria. How should I call you? I'm a woman of few hobbies. I like to write and I like to eat. My pen name is The Wandering Foodie. In any case, you may call me Xingzu for short.
The different sides. We have an investigation going on one side, and the other side we have food.
Such a trove of knowledge, those wonderful archives. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
The dark space still has a lingering acrid smell. On the collapsed beams of ironwood, murky raindrops tremble, ready to fall. The iron chests that once held so many records and books have all been warped and twisted by the flames. The paper and ink within have smoldered to ash, leaving only faint traces of words.
Do not linger too long. Rain showers after a fire send smoke up into the air. What have we learned so far? We've determined this to be arson. The absurd part, the fire time and location matched Yu Chang's confession perfectly. The scroller was heavily guarded, yet on the right side of the fire. Yet on the night of the fire, the guards didn't notice anything. Not only was the perpetrator highly skilled in kung fu, but they also had intimate knowledge of the Judicial Review Office's layout. They must have been working with Yu Chang for quite some time. You're saying, you think this was an inside job? We cannot be certain. How bad was the damage? All records that were burned were from the old cases, which has little effect on our current work. However, if these cases were to ever be reviewed in the future, there would be no evidence to go on. Nearly all these cases were Yu Chang's responsibility. Do you really believe Yu Chang was the one who burned the scrollery? Absolutely not. No matter what nonsense he spouts, he was in prison when the fire broke out. There's no way he could have done it himself. However, I'm sure he was involved in some way. He's working with someone else. What did he mean when he suggested the files are dirty? Is there something on your mind? Do you still remember the last case Yu Chang investigated before he retired? How could I forget? 40 years ago, the Minister of Justice was stabbed in the street. The assassin turned out to be a mad beggar. The Judicial Review Office did everything in their power to uncover the man's identity, to no avail. In the end, they classified the murder as a random spur-of-the-moment act of violence. But nearly 30 years later, Yu Chang accused the sitting Minister of Rights, Ning Shu, of being the murderer. I worked with Yu Chang for many, many years. I knew him better than anyone. However, in his last few years at the office, he began to change. Something radicalized him. He began doing whatever it takes to catch criminals. He even started fabricating evidence to close cold cases and settle old scores. If the accusations against him were baseless, then why did Minister Ning resign? What do you mean? Do you still remember Gu Tuan?
And there's a Gu Tuan.
It all began when Gu Tuan, serving as the envoy of ceremonial rites, died en route to Victoria. Yu Chang believed that the Minister Ning murdered the Minister of Justice and then killed the important witness in the case 30 years later. But that's the absurdity. The envoy had only just taken office. How could he have been connected to the case from 30 years prior? Moreover, the envoy's manner, place, and time of death were all clearly established. He drowned near the Victorian border. How could the Minister of Rights have orchestrated his death all the way from Baizhou? The Judicial Review Office recorded Gu Chuan's death in the case files. The files are somewhere in this pile of ash that lays before you. Why raise these two cases now? Do you think they are connected to the fire somehow? I would call it a hunch. Yu Chang's confession has drawn our attention, but clearly there's some kind of larger scheme behind the fire. The real question isn't who set the fire, but the arsonist's ultimate goal. Would you hand this case over to me?
No.
On what grounds? Yu Chang asked you to take notes during his trial. This is why you stand here now. And it's also the reason why I cannot allow you to participate any further. Whatever Yu Chang's plan, you're most likely a part of it. I know you regard him as a mentor and couldn't bear to see his reputation tarnished, but I will assign someone else to investigate the fire. Rest assured, we will get to the bottom of this. What about the cases that Yu Chang once investigated? You best forget about those. No matter what you intend to investigate, it's simply not a good time.
Why do you say that? Lin Qingyan, you're Deputy Minister of the Judicial Review Office, not some patrolwoman. Every case you handle has a ripple effect. Your so-called act of justice may very well become a dagger in the hands of those with ulterior motives. So you know what's really going on with these cases, don't you? Stay away from Yu Cheng's cases. That is my suggestion. Do not force me to make it an order. Oh, and I have one final piece of advice. You must learn to prioritize. The past is never as important as the present. The young deputy minister is still standing in the same spot. She walks on the path that has been cleared through the rubble, through the place that once held so many case files. The arsonist's motive is quite clear. He never wanted those files to see the light of day. Whether Yu Cheng fabricated evidence or not, all available clues in both cases point to Ning Shu. But why would the Minister of Rights assassinate another high-ranking Mandarin? She bends down and brushes aside a charred beam, revealing a hint of green emerging from the ashes. It's a pine tree. Yu Cheng,
I planted this tree myself right before I assumed my post in Baizhou. After I die, cut down the tree, use wood to fashion my coffin. Lin Qingyan, it's almost time. Do not forget.
Aw, he's gonna die, isn't he?
This month's water bill is 2,000 and electricity is 2,500. While ingredient costs. Go do your accounting somewhere else, please. I can't stand you buzzing in my ear. According to my calculations, if you can come up with another 3,000, we'll be able to keep the doors open past this month. And where am I going to dig out that coin?
By being summonable, that's where you get all the money.
There are ways to do it, like the 2 months of meals owed by Wang, the carpenter. Or you can visit shopkeeper Liu across the street and ask him for the bounty owed for the last month's funeral banquet. Collect enough of those outstanding debts, and we'll have what we need to make it through the next month. Through the month. That's less than ideal, isn't it? Customers and credits are in a tough spot. Going up to them and calling in a debt right now feels awkward to say the least. You want to play the good guy? Why, every time the rent collector comes calling, do you ask me to deal with them? You're big-boned. Even if the rent collector is angry, he won't take you in a fight. Maybe there's another way. Dingfeng Lo is coming in here again today to hand out invitations to the competition. They're hiring chefs in preparation for the Feast of 100 Delicacies. If you can manage to win the competition, the prize money alone will be enough to pay our rent through the end of the year. No way, no how. I'm the proud owner of the head chef of Savers at Yu's. How could I stoop so low as to work for someone else? This is no ordinary cook. The head chef of Dingfeng Lo hasn't taken apprentices, but even a casual demonstration provides enough to keep most chefs learning for 3 to 5 years. Plenty of people dream of working under him, never to get the chance. Besides, for the Feast of 100 Delicacies, the menu is recorded every year and passed down through the generations. This is the lifelong dream of countless chefs. Those 1 to 10 are free to go. I shall not. Are you scared? I'm not scared. You're scared.
You! Hey you wanna come to my Rhodes Island? I'll give you some money, I'll give you LMD. Convert that into your money and then hopefully that pays for rent.
Humph. What Feast of 100 Delicacies? It's nothing more than a group of old gray hairs hosting a big dinner party. All they ever talk about is politics. They don't even have the chance to eat. It's a waste of time. Just listen to your arrogance. You talk as if you've been there in person. I've catered so many banquets. They're all the same. You won't take any of my suggestions. I guess we're just going to let this restaurant fail then. Good grief. With a boss like you, I've got to start making new career plans. Okay, if it's just another 3,000 we need, I'll start making extra deliveries each day through the end of the month. Have you no ambition as a chef? Don't you want your restaurant to do well? I'm not even sure why you opened it in the first place. People need to eat, which means has to be someone to cook for them. As long as we have customers who want to eat my food, this restaurant will do just fine. More importantly, I promised I'd wait for a certain customer, and that one still hasn't shown. I can't close up the shop yet.
I didn't expect you to be so hot-headed, but then again, he's a chef, so I should have expected that. Also very stubborn.
What customer? Who do you need to wait for? It's just not time yet. A great stew demands patience. You have to add in the ingredients at just the right time. There's no need to rush.
What's with this thing? I can't get any channels. I want to watch the news.
Hey, you're back. Indeed.
What have you learned? I brought some food for you. I found a new restaurant today. The kitchen stinks to high heaven, but the cooking is pretty solid. Oh right, there's one other thing. Today I found these snacks that my dad once sent me a long time ago.
Who gave you permission to leave the room as you please?
What? Seriously? I've been living off the takeout for 3 days straight. I just wanted to go out and grab a bite to eat. Isn't that allowed?
How many times have I told you? Your identity and status are extremely important. Your current situation is dreadfully tenuous. Are you taking this seriously or not?
Lin Qingyan, are you off your rocker? We already established the 3 rules. No one said I was confined to my room. I had a good life back at Rhodes Island. Then you showed up and told me my father's death was suspicious, without giving any details. I came all the way here to Baizhou, the place where my dad used to live, and you still haven't told me anything. You made me stay in this room day after day, and now you have the gall to yell at me?
That is...
Forgive me. I should not have scolded you. The current situation is not as I had anticipated. What situation? Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't know. A lot of unexpected things happened in Baizhou before we arrived. If you would aid me, then simply do what you can to avoid danger, understood?
As for your father, I just happened to be handed that case a few years ago. The case was originally being handled by my predecessor, someone I trusted deeply. Your father seemed to have been spending a lot of time pursuing a certain truth in the last few years of his life. His death was suspicious. Every clue we found hints that there were larger forces at work there. How large? We don't know for certain, nor can we even hope to guess. But your mere existence is the most important piece of evidence we have. Blaze, I vow to you that I will find the truth, and once I do, I will tell you everything. However, until I do, I simply need you to trust me. I need you to cooperate with me. By the way, what were you saying about your father just now? I said I found these snacks that he used to send to me a long time ago. And they don't taste the same as they used to. Maybe it's just because I'm remembering wrong. The Yanese have a saying for this, right? The situation remains the same, yet the people have changed. No, that's not right. The situation has also changed. Well then, a more apt saying would be, times change, and with them, change all things. Too much time has passed. It would be very hard for us to find any clues left from back then. But these are in fact one of the few things I found in Baizhou that relates to my father. When I lived with my mother in Victoria, my dad would send them to me from time to time. I figured that by the time I got my disease under control and figured out what I really believed in, my dad would be back in Victoria, waiting for me to come home. Naive. Everyone longs for that sort of happy ending. And yet, by the time I found a place that could treat my neuropathy and finish some of the things I had to do with the bunny's crew, my dad was gone. Before you came and found me, I always thought my dad's death was an accident. I was sad, but there was nothing I could do about it. But if you're telling me my father was murdered, then that's an entirely different story. Oh gosh, you had an aunt one time trying to teach you how she learned to cook steaks? Oh gosh. Especially if you didn't ask. Like if you asked, it's like, sure, okay, you can show me, but unprovoked, unprompted, nah. I need to learn the truth. I owe that to my father and myself. In all truth, I know very little about what happened to your father. Many of the old archives have been lost, and very little information can be extracted from what remains. Just from looking at the case files he left behind, we can see that your father worked as a ceremonial officer in the Ministry of Rights for over 10 years, but never got promoted.
It seems he was not well suited to serve in public office. However, to stay in a position like that for over a decade, he must have been a good person. Good people also die. She walks over to the window, closes her eyes, and rubs her temples. The faraway city lights are shimmering in the twilight. The years of wandering are long over. I like that. Stopping before it even happens. So you like my cooking. Don't teach me how to do what I'm good at. People today are moving from one stage of life to the next, as the city guides them and runs right behind them. Many boundaries are blurred, many high walls become thoroughfares, many hurried footsteps pass over the paving stones. Not everyone is qualified to etch their names into the annals of history. Scallion tofu. Yum yum! Don't be stingy when it comes to complimenting how the food smells that savors at you. Once a young chef's ears go red from praise, he'll discreetly add a few extra bits of meat to your plate. Aww. Fragrant meals fear not alleys deep. While invisible to the eye on most days, there's a faint aroma lining the streets, at least until it hits your face. First, in front of the restaurant it leads to, you need only follow the scent of food to paint the grand picture of Baizao streets. I like that. Malt sugar candy. Mmm, delicious. Oh, what he says when you make him your aide. Aww. Ooh, meat dishes. But no veggies, aw. Some roughage is good. It's high autumn. The courtyard is silent. Its long, thick walls prevent outside noise from coming in. It's empty, save for an old persimmon tree leaning against the wall in the shade, with its own crowns extending over the top of the wall. No one knows what this old tree has witnessed over the years. We do know that, since its planting, it has turned red and green and red again. As the seasons have flown by, each year, bright red, fresh persimmons grow from the branches. And each year, these beautiful fruits wipe away old memories of previous harvests. The old man sits under the tree, sleeping in the shade. Grandfather. Oh, it's her again. Grandfather? Definitely. A little bit of crunch for vegetables is best.
Huh? What? Zichu, you're back?
Yes, I got delayed a bit on the way back, but thankfully, I made it in time for the Mid-Autumn Festival. I guess she's the baby that was dropped off 40 years ago. Though dang, if she's 40, she's looking great.
I've been thinking a lot these past few days. I've been watching the persimmons grow redder and redder. I was afraid that if he didn't come back soon, we wouldn't be able to eat them together this year. I'm not sure how many more harvests I will live to see. If he'd come back any later, he may not have even seen me here.
Grandfather. Ning Sichu decides not to crack any jokes, as she usually would have done. She looks at the old man closely. He seems to have a few new wrinkles on his forehead this time. You hated broccoli before? Okay, I always loved broccoli. But when it's mushy, it's disgusting. I can say that. Usually I had broccoli with cheese. Or if I had a baked potato, broccoli, cheese. Mmm. The autumn winds blow suddenly, ruffling the old man's hair. We completed our trial of Dahuang's first mobile plate last month. I finished up my work at the Ministry of Rights right for now, so they'll allow me 2 weeks vacation. Wait, he likes it super soft and mushy, but why?
You've worked really hard. I've heard about the goings-on in Dahuang as soon as they happened. I detailed all my criticisms in my letters. I know you were involved in the disaster relief effort as well, but every Viennese Mandarin is duty-bound to protect the people. As an assistant minister of the Ministry of Rights, you must take responsibility for the poor management here. Deducting half a year's pay is letting you off easy. You have nothing to complain about.
Of course, I shall not complain, and I take my errors to heart.
Sichu, you must remember, do not focus on what you've already done. Focus on what you still haven't done yet. As a magistrate, you must carry out the orders of your superiors while winning over and maintaining the trust of those below you, the citizens. In your position, everything you do is only what was expected of you in the first place. However, should you fail even in the slightest of your responsibilities, it will be an unforgivable transgression.
Oh, just a crack of black pepper and no salt or butter? Okay, though, if you like broccoli, I feel like you should try this one dish that I had before. It was just like this one broccoli banchan. So it was broccoli. I know they added like a little bit of sesame oil and garlic. And oh, it was good. It was simple and really delicious and addicting. And hello, hello. Ooh, leftover gochujang sauce. Oh, it also sounds good.
If you do not understand this, you are not fit to wear your magisterial robes.
Devote all your energy to the cause, as that is all you have to give. I still remember the words you taught me so many moons ago. I shall take this mistake to heart, but I shan't despair. Quitting now would really be shirking my responsibilities.
Yes. Okay, I've said enough on this for now. I'm not in your position, nor do I work in the Ministry of Rights. Therefore, I have no right to interfere. Now, I'm more worried about your injury. Are you well?
Do not worry, grandfather. I recovered quite some time ago.
Broken bones take at least 3 months to heal, so please take caution. In a few days after you get settled, make the time to go see the doctor. An old friend of mine gave me medicine patches. I'll give you some to take back home with you.
Very well, grandfather.
You kids are always making me worry. I'm just about to move back to my old hometown. My son and daughter never come to see me, and your sister's never home. Everyone's forgotten me.
What you say about my sister sounds true, but as far as you being forgotten, forgive me. But these past few days, you've closed your door to all visitors.
Ugh, this again? Kids these days, you don't have your priorities straight, do you? I haven't had a single moment of peace in this courtyard since the beginning of last month. The youth today are clever, dare not knock on my door to offer me wine or tea. Instead, they started watering my flowers. My poor hydrangeas. I spent so long growing them, and these kids have already drowned 3 pots this year.
Gah. You've had so many visitors lately. I'd wager the minister came and showed you the draft guest list of the feast, didn't he? And oh, good night, sweet dreams. And I'm debating if I want to post some more tonight. It's rare to see the true Lung even once a year. I'm sure many would treasure the chance to learn the latest court gossip.
I have no reason to meet the young lad. He's a minister, after all. What does he need my input for?
Come now, grandfather. He's served for decades in the Ministry of Rights. Your achievements are many, and your legacy is secure.
That's all in the past. If we keep focusing on the past, how will we deal with the present? Mr. Ning, you have a guest. I told you, no visitors. Who is it anyway? He said he's the advisor of Yumen. The advisor of Yumen? Never heard of him. I don't care who he is. I said no visitors, and I meant it.
Grandfather, wait a moment. Might the advisor be here to see me? Set the world ablaze. I do want to get him. I'm gonna get him eventually. I'm just hoping he won't make my wallet cry too much. Good sir, our master is not accepting visitors right now. Please come back another time.
Please tell Ning, your master, that an old friend is here. Sir, no offense, but judging by your age, are you sure you're an old friend of the master's? It's true, I dare not make up stories. Sir, please be on your way. The master's not accepting any guests right now. If you really are an old friend, then I'm sure you wouldn't want to cause trouble, would you?
Mr. Liang?
It'd be he.
Do you not recognize me? Miss Ning, it's been a while. I heard you just returned to Baizhou. I want to see you.
Liang Shun's eyes shift from Miss Ning to the figure standing behind her, the kindly old man.
Don't just stand there. Si Chu, invite your friend in for a bit. Well...
My entire team can deal burn damage with his 3rd skill. Oh, that sounds beautiful. I really will set fire to everything.
What's the matter? Why isn't anyone eating? Ha! I feel like the third wheel here. And an old one at that. Maybe I'll just step away for a moment. And the two of you can enjoy your meal? No. You got it all wrong. It's just it's young kids who are intruding on your magisterial greatness.
Grandfather, don't scare him like that.
Ha! I'm only kidding. Liang Shun, I assure you. When Sichu was still in Changshu, she used to write me letters talking about a magistrate there who was both supremely talented and dedicated to his people. Today, I finally get to meet him.
When did I?
It's my birthday in 3 days. I wasn't planning to go to the trouble of organizing a grand party or anything. So today, eating dinner and chatting with you youths is how I will celebrate my birthday. Let us wish many more years of health and life to your greatness.
Hear, grandfather. Many happy returns.
Alright. Enough of that. Let's eat. Liang Shun, I thought you were a magistrate from Changshu. Why have I now heard that you are the advisor of Yumin? And why have you traveled from Yumin all the way to Baizhou? Yumin's journey was a long one, and the people once living in Yumin have been resettled in branches in different nomadic cities across the route as planned. The last group settled down in Baizhou a few days ago.
I know, I just saw a message across my screen. I gotta check that out real quick. When family messages, I gotta check just in case something happened, right? What here? Let's see, anything important? Okay, it's about food. I'm gonna message back, I'll be good. Can I eat the ice cream? Okay, typing. Typos, ew. Okay, done. I want the ice cream. Nom nom nom.
Wasn't Yumin patrolling this northwestern corridor? How did you end up in the way over here in Baizhou?
Dear grandfather, have you forgotten? Yumin changed its route at the beginning of this year. The new route it was traveling on took it right to Baizhou. As the route Yumin traveled to Baizhou, you surely remember that?
Ah, yes. Because of that same old problem again. All those years of fighting, and still no resolution. It's been so long since I retired, and sometimes I still hear those voices in my nightmares. It gives me a headache. It's a problem that existed for several millennia now.
Sometimes issues resolve with the passage of time, other times they get worse. Now I think that we need to find a way to solve it. Grandfather, do you have any ideas?
Me? Of course not. If I were to try and intervene, people would accuse me of being a dictator.
Not necessarily. The minister has been coming to see you every few days or so. He never mentioned this to you?
Miss Ning, there's some things which your grandfather must keep private, you know. Ha! My granddaughter sure is direct, that's for sure. No matter, I'm an ordinary citizen now. I'm free to speak as I please without fear of divulging secrets, because I do not know any secrets. As for this matter, however, I must defer to the advice of the young. Well, Liang Shun, what's your solution? I did not propose any grand solution. However, there's one thing I do know. The best strategy is to disrupt your enemy's strategy. From the court's perspective, war has no upsides, only downsides. From the people's perspective, war means death and destruction. The best strategy is to disrupt your enemy's strategy. That makes sense. But if we always follow this reasoning, the True Lung would never have started the Great Hunt 1,000 years ago. and Yan would never have experienced a millennium of prosperity. Times change, and circumstances change. It's hard to compare things across different historical eras. That war 1,000 years ago was called the Great Hunt, but it wasn't really a hunt. It was the Yanese people wresting their future from the hands of the gods. Retreating, even just a little bit, would have resulted in their extinction. However, things are different now. We're operating from a place of strength. We can and must avoid war at all costs. We cannot allow our soldiers and civilians to suffer any further. Ha ha ha, very well said, young man. You're far more skilled than I ever was, that's for sure. Goodness, no. Forgive me for being so bold, your magisterial greatness. You say war should be avoided, and I agree. Well then, surely you have an alternate strategy, right? A way to get the situation under control. Mr. Ning, another visitor has arrived. What's this now? She says she's a deputy minister from the Judicial Review Office with urgent business to discuss with you. She insists on coming in. The Judicial Review Office? I suppose I'll have to let her in. My sincerest apologies, but I must excuse myself for a moment. Sichu, please continue chatting with our guest here. A deputy minister? You don't think it's Lin Qingyan, do you?
You know her too?
Anyone who deals with the Tianqi bureaus has at least heard of her.
I've heard Bai Dingshan. The Blue Thunder Court, the Blue Thunder Count is senior to her Shifu. She's skilled at Leifa and solves cases as quick as lightning. But I'm not sure why she has come to see my grandfather. He waited until I was asleep and then locked me in this room. Why? I'm not a 3-year-old, you know. Let me out of here. Damn it, I'm supposed to meet with the lady now. I didn't even get her contact, so I can't call her. What am I gonna do? No, I can't break the door down. They might kick me out of here. And I have no place to stay. Out the window? But this window... I'm on the 18th floor, huh? That's not that high. Alright, I'll jump. I was kidding. Well...
Miss, you've been standing here for ages. Are you going to make a purchase or not?
Sir, let me ask you again. This painting here, Springtime in the Garden, is it truly an original work by... Sujiang?
Miss, you can ask anyone around here. They all know my shop only sells authentic goods. I certainly know how to spot a fake painting. Look at the technique, the essence of the painting. Who else but Sujiang could have done that?
I'm no art expert, but I see serious anachronism in this painting. These grapes on the table here, this particular variety of grapes was not introduced from Gong to Yan until the year 628. However, this painting was from the year 580. How do you explain that?
Oh, come on, that's quite a nitpick, isn't it? You're trying to bargain down the price, aren't you? I've seen your type so many times before. I'm warning you, you won't like me when I'm angry.
Ooh, this person is selling counterfeits. Good sir, I never intended to buy your painting in the first place. Why would I be trying to bargain with you? Besides, what I said about the grapes is true. Don't take my word for it. Look it up if you don't believe me. If you think I'm wrong, then prove it. Get as angry as you want. It won't turn your fake painting into a real one.
If you don't want to buy it, then why are you standing here? I swear to you, if I'm selling any fakes in this shop, may heaven strike me down where I stand.
And heaven has come to strike him down. Ta-da! Why is there a canopy above the upper floor? Blaze, how did you... I'm not late, am I? That was definitely a sign from heaven.
Sorry for making you wait. I've had so many guests visiting lately. Apologies. You are?
My name is Lin Qingyan. I'm a deputy minister with the Judicial Review Office. I came here to ask you a few questions, Mr. Ning.
The Judicial Review Office, you say? I haven't talked to anyone there in many, many years. I'm not even sure who is in charge there anymore. Is it Yu Chang?
Yu Chang? No, I'm afraid you're mistaken. Deputy Minister Yu is no longer working with us.
Oh, that's right. Now I remember. One of the Blue Thunder Count's Leifa students transferred from the Tianchi bureaus to the Judicial Review Office. Well, there must be you, yes? I heard that Tianchi Bai was transferred back to Baizhou a while ago. Yet he still hasn't come to see me, not even for some tea or a bite to eat. I guess he doesn't have time for this old retiree.
These are extraordinary times we're living in. The Tianchi bureaus must be extremely busy. I'll mention it to the Count the next time I see him.
Haha. Sorry for going off on a tangent there. Please, sit down and have some tea.
They sit down in an elegant room that is tastefully decorated and furnished. There seems to be an empty space in the wall where a painting should be hanging. The part of the wall that has once been covered by the painting is a slightly different color, which makes it stick out even more. Mr. Ning, the tea is elegant, and so are you. Everything in this room is excellent, but something is missing. A painting, perhaps?
Yes. The missing painting is in fact a longevity painting that someone gave me many years ago. It's supposed to help you live longer, but as the saying goes, the older you grow, the heavier birthdays feel. I believe it's served its purpose.
I would not have expected you to be superstitious, Mr. Ning.
Growing old has left me at fate's mercy, hardly free to act as I wish. It must make you laugh, yes?
But I heard that a thief tampered with one of your paintings recently. They seal the lips of the painting with honey. It's an old folk custom to celebrate the new year. They do this in hopes that the stove god will always say good things and not bad things. Whoever the thief was, they had some other motive in mind besides theft. Why did you not report this vandalism?
If I never reported it, then how do you know about it?
One of my colleagues is handling this case. I saw the case file, but the one who first reported it. I don't believe it was anyone from your state.
Well, I'm glad there's at least someone out there who cares about an old man like me. I would not have expected you to believe in these folktales, Deputy Minister Lin. Ha! I am a mere citizen. You, on the other hand, are a mandarin, and your time is valuable. You came here today to ask me something. Just go ahead and ask me directly, please.
I came here to ask you about someone, not something. Do you remember an individual named Gu Tuan? 10 years ago, Gu Tuan accompanied some Yanese dignitaries on an official visit to Victoria. They encountered a catastrophe, a blizzard, along the way, and poor Gu drowned in a river. Have you had any memory of that, Mr. Ning?
Yes, how could I forget? I believe it was December. It definitely happened in the winter. By the time the news reached Baizhou, it was almost the new year. I remember the messenger told us that after a storm came in, the envoys got trapped in the mountain. Gu Tuan stayed at the back of the line, helping shepherd everyone out across the river. In the end, he's the one who ended up falling in. Sigh. The river must have been freezing cold.
It looks like the incidents have made quite an impact on you.
Gu Tuan was a very good worker. He served the ministry very well. He was very well read and had excellent calligraphy. It's a pity he had no family. The only remnant of him is a cenotaph in Cemetery of the Virtuous. Every year, the Ministry of Rights sends someone to tend it and pay their respects.
No family?
Look at me, blathering on again. Well, anyway, why do you mention Gu Tuan?
A Yanese diplomat dying in a foreign country. That is a major international incident. According to the laws of Yan, both Yan and the other country must send experts to conduct a joint investigation and compile a final report. However, after Gu Tuan's death, the Ministry of Rights did no such thing. Even more startling is that the Judicial Review Office's records of the case are remarkably sparse.
I'm confused. This is clearly a question for the Judicial Review Office. Why are you asking me? I was in the Ministry of Rights.
Well then, let me remind you. 2 months before the team left on their mission, Gu Tuan was just an ordinary 9th-ranked Mandarin. How did he suddenly get promoted to envoy, much less be sent on a mission to Victoria? Well, you're the only one who signed... Well, you're the one who signed Gu Tuan's transfer order. At the time, you're the Minister of Rights.
Ha ha ha. Now I understand. You're saying that I deliberately arranged for Guchuan to go on a diplomatic mission to Victoria and then disposed of him. No, that's not what I'm saying. There is something strange going on here. I intend to solve these cases one by one, and I humbly ask for your guidance, Mr. Ning. Since you're so curious about all this, I want to ask a few more pointed questions. Do you think it's odd that I, as a former Minister of Rights, would trouble myself over a mere 9th rank ceremonial officer? Are you implying, perhaps, that you discovered some unspeakable secret about me? So you're just here to ask me about a 10-year-old case? Ha ha ha. No matter, no matter. Ask whatever you wish. Just remember, if you keep asking the same questions, you will keep getting the same answers. What kind of answers do you want?
Truthful ones.
Ha ha ha. I already have one foot in the grave. What reason do I have to deceive you? Then again, if you suspect me of committing so many crimes, then you surely don't view my testimony as credible.
I just want you to tell me why Guchuan was suddenly transferred. Once you tell me that, we'll be able to figure out the rest of it.
Okay. You came all this way to see me, so I think I should tell you what you want to know. Guchuan was indeed transferred for a reason, because he specifically requested it.
He wanted a transfer?
Yes, he said that he was ill and was afraid he didn't have much time left, so he wanted to return to his hometown in Victoria to live out the rest of his days, so I agreed to let him join the delegation to Victoria.
What illness did he have?
I'm not clear on the details either. I only vaguely remember that Guchuan did seem to be in poor spirits around the time.
But as such a low-level Mandarin, Guchuan would not have had many opportunities to even meet you. How did he even make such a request?
To be honest, it's a bit embarrassing, but there was a hint of selfishness on my part as well. Guchuan had magnificent penmanship, so I sometimes had him write letters for me. I also asked him to serve as my children's calligraphy tutor. He had done so much for me, I felt I owed him a favor. Besides, I did not feel his request stemmed from greed. That's all there is to say about Guchuan's transfer. Do you have any other questions for me?
Since I've heard it directly from you, I'll take what you're saying at face value. However, I disagree with one thing you said.
What?
Anyone who wants to know the truth, be they a Mandarin or an ordinary citizen, does not need a special reason for doing so. Please know, Mr. Ning, that I'm indeed only after the truth. I have no other motives. Now I should take my leave, sir.
Good day, madam. Say, where's Liang Shun?
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what her dad's name is. They mentioned he died. Mysteriously. So that must be Papa.
Say, where's Liang Shun?
It's rather late, grandfather. I saw the young man out many hours ago. My word, you invited him to have dinner, and then you had him wait there forever. 'Tis a poor way to treat a guest.
Yes, where are my manners? Tell him I apologize, and please let him know that he's welcome to come back at any time. Next time, I'll be a proper host. I owe him that much.
Liang is a reasonable man. I'm sure you understand.
By the way, his name is Liang Shun, right? Which Shun is that? How do you write it?
It's that Shun with 3 dots on the left.
The one in Shun Mei Jie Yi. A spray of spring, gifted to you, such a beautiful name. I'm rather fond of it. I've heard that people with the 3 dots in their name characters are as clever as and swift as water.
Funny, the others all say that he's as dull as a board. The old man walks to the table, picks up a pen, and adds another name to the invite list.
Maybe he is rather dull. He came all this way to see his sweetheart, but look at the gifts he brought. Yumin's tea, some strange liquor called Lia Daoji. These seem more like gifts meant for me.
Well, old man, maybe you are the sweetheart. Ta-da!
Lin Qingyan, wait.
Who's there? Lin Qingyan gets a strange feeling she's rarely felt before. A woman with a sword advances within a zang of Lin Qingyan, yet she doesn't even notice her until she's standing right in front of her.
Hello, ma'am. You look cool.
Your uniform. You're an Imperial Guard?
I know, right? Hello, Imperial Guard. Hi. That is a nice design.
マップと適座標の DMA 設定を適用
Like that, I am invested in.
少々お待ちください
Oh, look at the go. Little doggo. Okay, right here. Right here. Vanity. How dare Vanity do that? Vanity, can you just like not? Excuse you? Oh man, it got through. Boo! Stinky Vanity.
武器なら目の前にあるでしょ何を待ってるの
It's okay.
みなよどうしようかな君の正
Okay, all is well.
すぐに分かっちゃったんだけどみんなこっち来て
Let's wait for a tiny bit.
ドキドキしない
And there, more of them are coming out. I'll have to wait this towards the... Actually, no, not yet. Almost there. And there. Whee! Why not? There it goes. Goodbye, dragon.
レバノンずいぶん
Oh, I don't like that.
気にしてるのにたまには上を見て早く離れてくださいお願いします
Good job.
みなよ諸君この夜を裏切ることなかれ
And just one more. Done. Ta-da! Ooh. Oh, the burn damage is kind of like an erosion on Seaborn. Ooh. Blaze, what do you think of this one? Not bad. What I mean is, do these tangerine cakes taste like the ones you remember? Well, not exactly. They're still not as sweet as the ones I had before. They also don't have quite the same mouthfeel. And that's strange. This place uses traditional cooking methods. Their snacks are definitely authentic. They haven't changed their recipes in 100 years. 100 years? Have tangerine cakes even been around that long? No, tangerine cakes are not that old. But many famous Baizao snacks do have quite the long history. The tangerine cakes you're looking for were actually invented by a scholar who came to Baizao to study in his early years. The scholar's hometown was famous for its tangerines. After he moved to Baizao, he missed those tangerines. It was too far to go home and get them, so he improvised. He smashed up some old dried tangerine peels and made them into dough, added some sugar, shortening, and spices, and baked them. It was a cheap, easy way to get a tangerine fix. He gave the recipe to his landlord. In lieu of paying rent, he even wrote a small poem about them. These tangerine cakes are bright and fresh, just like the orange groves back home. After the scholar passed the imperial examination and assumed office, the tangerine cakes became very famous. People began to view them as a symbol of homesickness. Interesting. Symbolic food. First time I've ever heard of something like that. Yan is a vast land, with many different climate zones, each with their own cash crops and produce. That's why there are many different types of Yanese cuisine. You can trace all of Yan's history through its food. For example, Yan's 4 major cuisines match up with its 4 great restaurants, which predates Baizao's transformation into a nomadic city. Cities develop, but flavors remain. It would be odd to find any snack without its own personal history behind it. Or its own bit of history behind it. One of my colleagues told me that there are many different kinds of tianjis in Yan. You know so much about food. You must be some kind of tasty food tianji, right? If there really was such an individual, someone could use an art to transform stones into vegetables. That might be worth studying, eh? Alas, I'm just an amateur foodie. I like to take notes on the foods I eat. Hence history, over the years, I've compiled several notebooks full of such information. To put it another way, Blaze, if there really were a better recipe for tangerine cakes out there, surely someone here would know about it.
But I'm telling you, the ones I had when I was younger, they were sweeter and just better. That really is rather odd. Traditional tangerine cakes emphasize the fresh essence of the tangerines, not the taste of their pulp. Very little sugar is used. Because tangerine cakes are supposed to be a light snack. You're telling me you've eaten much sweeter tangerine cakes, and I'm telling you that I've never heard of such a thing. Maybe we can ask one of these chefs around here to try cooking up a batch with extra sugar so we can compare? But even if we do that, it doesn't prove that the sweeter variety of tangerine cakes ever actually existed here, or existed before. What I want to know is, how did the taste of these tangerine cakes change during their journey from Baizhou to Victoria? I'm sure there's a story there somewhere. It seems you're just as much as a foodie as I am. I was afraid you'd get tired of traipsing off to all these restaurants. You're the guide, you lead, I follow. Alright then, let's keep looking. My word, look at the time. We should have lunch first. Lunch? Yes, it's lunchtime. Shouldn't we have some lunch? But I just finished eating snacks from 5 different restaurants. Snacks are snacks, but lunch is lunch. You must have a proper lunch, you know. I don't think my tummy has any more room for lunch. Haha. I know one restaurant that I can guarantee won't make your tummy ache. Will you give it a try? You're the foodie here, so I and my stomach trust you. What's wrong? I feel like we're being followed. Ooh? Ah. Further you. So nosy. You're an Imperial Guard. I love her outfit. She looks so cool. And her hair is beautiful. Hello, imposing woman. True, his pride is on the line. Though at the same time, I feel bad for the ones who have to be left running the restaurant. They're like, where's our main chef? Where's our head chef? Oh, head chef, where you go? No. Without dark steel armor, I'm not a proper member of the Imperial Guards. Officially, I'm a captain serving with the Yulin Guards. Deputy Minister Lin, I doubt you want to encounter anyone wearing dark steel armor anyway. Certainly not in broad daylight. I once heard that Taihei mentioned there was a junior drill master serving in the ranks. The Imperial Guards... In the ranks, the Imperial Guard apprentices. She's very young, but skilled beyond her years. That must be you. You're the junior drill master. Humph. I doubt Taihei's still sore that I beat him in a couple matches last month. There's no need for name calling though. No matter. I'd like to ask you, what are you doing here? I'm investigating a case. Does the case have anything to do with the former Minister of Rights? Has the Judicial Review Office issued you a search warrant? You're just a drill master. You have no authority to question whatever warrants I may or may not have, do you? You have no authority to question my authority. Just answer my questions, please. Very well. I heard you were on a long business trip just recently. You left Baizhou for a while, did you not? That's right. I went to go question a witness in an old case and empty the case files. What old case? From when? What witness? What are you guys... Why are you just investigating it now? I don't understand your line of questioning. If the Yulin Guards want to investigate the Judicial Review Office, I'll go submit the necessary documentation immediately. If it still isn't enough for you, I can have the Minister of the Judicial Review Office report to Yulin Guards for questioning. Like these two. I know they're questioning. You know, it'd be nice if they teamed up. Though at the same time if they teamed up, it'd be terrifying being approached by them. You're not gonna get out of there. Just like, ah. My questions have nothing to do with the Judicial Review Office. They only concern you, Deputy Minister Lin. So you went to investigate an old case. What did you learn? Too much time has passed, and so the trail has gone cold. I didn't learn anything. Nothing? Really? Are you sure? Nothing.
Alright, I believe you. However, remember that you are speaking to the Yulin guards here. Your answers carry great weight. Very good. I'm done discussing official business for now. So you still have some personal business you wish to discuss? Taihei, the dumb Forte told me he doesn't have many friends in the government. Well, now you count as one. Well, I must warn you, don't stick your neck out too far. Your worries are unfounded. I'm just pursuing the truth here, as it is my job to do. I'm not putting myself at any additional risk. Very good. Give Taihei my regards. They're questioning why I'm here. Well, why are the Yulin guards here? Their presence here, I think, is proof that I'm on the right track. Phew. Boy, am I stuffed. I never would have guessed that a roadside stand could make such amazing wontons. They're certainly better than the ones in the Rhodes Island cafeteria freezer. I'm so stuffed that I want to just take a nap right here. After eating all that greasy street food, a nice hearty bowl of wontons is the perfect thing to settle your stomach. The famous restaurants need no introduction. As your guide in Baizhou, I figured I'd share some of my favorite, lesser-known food spots. Well, I'm lucky to have found such a good tour guide. Thank you. Well, I'm also glad to have found a culinary companion. I tend to eat alone, which means I can only order 1 or 2 entrees for myself. You know what they say, the more the merrier. Now that I'm here, you can order as much food as you want. Speaking of food, what is in these wontons anyway? They're fantastic. Just meat and celery. The key ingredient is a soup. Most places use shell-based caviar and wonton soup to enhance the flavor. Unfortunately, the fittiness of the caviar crowds out the other flavors. This place uses soybean sprouts instead. They make for a milder soup, which allows the flavor of the wontons to shine. The meat filling for the wontons is fresh beef's belly. After the wontons are cooked, the bits of fat will naturally seep into the soup. These wontons are light yet delicious. They're made of high-quality ingredients, which are hard to find elsewhere. Oh, they're having wonton soup. At first I was thinking fried wontons, but then again, that wouldn't really be, like, not greasy, so... this makes more sense. Well, do these wontons have a history? Do tell. Not really. I just really like this particular wonton shop, I guess. When I get writer's block or need a little pick-me-up, I come here and eat a bowl of wontons. The shopkeeper has been making wontons her whole life. She used to own this shop together with her husband. Her husband fell ill and passed away, leaving her to raise her child alone. Later, her son joined the army, but he died in a catastrophe up north several years ago. She's still running the place all by herself. She says she wants to continue the family legacy and preserve their authentic taste. Aww. Now that's a story. What a sad story. There are many such sad stories. There is no joy without pain. Over the years, as I've been coming to this shop, I've helped the lady with an errand or two. In return, she told me her family's secret recipe. She hopes that one day, after she's gone, I can pass on her craft to the next generation. I have something I want to ask you. Are you really going through all this trouble with the tangerine cakes just because you made a bet with the young chef? Why do you ask? I simply noticed that you weren't terribly focused on the taste of the delicacies at all. It seemed like you had some other purpose in mind. Was it obvious? Wow. When you watch people eat, you see into their souls. Sorry, I was just curious. If I've intruded your privacy, I sincerely apologize. Hey now, we're friends. I'm not keeping secrets from you. You're right, I'm not really that concerned about the bet. Those tangerine cakes, well, my father used to send them to me when he was living in Baizhou. Your father? Was he Anise? Meh, whatever. I don't have anything to hide from you. I love this. It's like, I knew you for a day, but we're besties now, pretty lady. So here you go, have my life story. I grew up in Victoria. My father's Anise. One year, he suddenly returned to Yan for some reason. I never saw him again, and he died over a decade later in a land foreign to me. I'm sorry, Blaze.
It's not your fault. Why do you keep apologizing? I didn't think much about it at first, but yesterday, when you mentioned that sweet tangerine cakes are unusual, I thought someone who knows how to make those cakes might have also known my dad. Your dad was also... He was also what? Oh, nothing. Ooh, she's involved. Uh-oh. Well, I promise you that I will do everything in my power to help you find out the truth about your father. You're such a contradiction. It's so bold when you eat, it's so refined when you speak. When we were eating together, it's all good fun. We're good friends. Why do you turn to a different person as soon as you put down your chopsticks? Friends? Another thing, why are you helping me look for these tangerine cakes in the first place? Well, I'm writing a book. Like, why? It's like your dad was also, it's like, also what? Like, oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Totally not. Totally doesn't imply that she knows something is up. Like, Well, I'm writing a book. Most cookbooks today only contain recipes from renowned chefs, yet the sweets in the countryside are full of unique delicacies that few people ever pay heed. I hope to collect all these recipes into a book. Perhaps years later, people will read this book and learn of Baizao's unique cuisine. It's just a silly dream of mine is all. And also... What? I think I'll keep that a secret for now. Well, as long as we're out here, he might as well take me to a few more places, yeah? Sure. Where do you want to go? Let me see. This letter mentions the Virtue Bookstore, the Humble Garden, and the Baizao Academy. Hey, what does this word mean? Can you let me have a look? This is a letter? Why is it so greasy? I didn't do that. It was like that when I opened it. I don't know what my dad was doing when he wrote it. So these are all letters that your father wrote to you? Yes, the few that I managed to save. Strange. The stationery, it's... Ooh, she even recognizes the stationery. That's very specific. What is it? Nothing. It's not... It's just that most of these places mentioned this letter no longer exist. Huh? But it was only written a decade ago. For Baizao, a decade is enough for a whole city to change. Have you noticed that anything has changed since arriving in Baizao? That's like here too. I don't know if any... Wait, is there any restaurants that... Actually, no, there's some that lived like past 10 years, but still. Huh. A lot of places here last maybe a couple years and then they change, so... I thought that was normal. Well, aside from the food, there are all these energy poles all over the place. It seems kind of like a waste. It may seem wasteful, but in fact, we have no other choice. The city of Baizao was founded a long time ago. At the time, Yana just experienced the Great War, and the country was in dire straits. However, suddenly, an extremely rich originium vein was discovered right next to the ruins of a battlefield. Wow, what impeccable timing! Unionese sure lucky. No, it wasn't lucky at all. The originium vein was rich, too rich. It attracted too many originium particles in one place, which eventually led to a catastrophe. Basically, not only was it difficult to mine, but it also created a vast stretch of land that was prone to catastrophes, and there was nothing that Eunice could do about it. That is until one of the Tianshis had an idea. They could build a city right on top of the originium vein. The city infrastructure would deplete the excess originium energy, preventing further catastrophes. Building a city on top of an originium mine? That sounds like a recipe for disaster. It was indeed an extremely dangerous undertaking. However, the True Lung decided to go ahead with that, and that's how Baizao was founded. How do they do it? I can't even imagine. Honestly, I'm not too sure either. In all the Yanese history books, there's only a single passage that talks about that period. Skilled individuals were sent to the disaster zone, and after 53 years of effort, the city was built and established as a capital. The city was named Baizao, with the hope of tending all cooking stoves under heaven. skilled individuals were sent here. I wonder if Kelsey was part of this too. Cause she's been around forever. She's been traveling everywhere. If there was a historical record, like an image, I'm just imagining someone drawing like a little green cat somewhere. As for the more advanced technical details, you probably just take a look at some of the materials from the Tianchi bureaus. That's beyond my area of expertise. So to this day, the Baizao government still encourages us to use its energy. Baizao is constantly changing. That's how these skyscrapers appeared, as well as these numerous nomadic city plates. And what happened to the people who built the city? I'm completely stuffed, but I still haven't found the taste that I'm looking for. I'm taking you to every restaurant I know that sells such cakes. Maybe tomorrow we can go look in some of the larger restaurants. Burp.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? You looked at the whole day. I mean, you looked the whole day, but you still couldn't find your so-called authentic tangerine cakes, could you?
You were following us all day?
You were afraid we would find better food, weren't you? Me? Afraid? Pah! I already told you before, if you're looking for the best chef in Baizao, you've already found him. If I can't cook it, no one else can.
Blaze, I've tasted his food. It really is quite excellent, a rare treat.
Do you really know how to flatter?
Besides, you're arguing over the details and how such a paste... details in how a single pastry is made. How could that possibly be the standard for judging a chef's skill? Still, I can see that you, chef, are still curious about these sweet tangerine cakes that Blaze is talking about, are you not?
Not really.
It's like, yeah, I'm not interested at all. It's just that I happen to have free time and you were going in the direction that I want to go into as well. How about this? You two set your bet aside. You two set aside your bet, and we'll see where we can find these sweet tangerine cakes. That way, Blaze will still find the tangerine cake she's looking for, and you, chef, will learn a new recipe. Sounds like a delightful arrangement, no?
Huh? What? What about my 1 month of free meals? Humph, my cooking skills are so superb that no one can match them, but there are other chefs that I respect. If I had to name one in particular, it would be... Well, it would be... Who? The head chef of Dingfeng Lo, the highest rated of the 4 great restaurants.
You mean Mr. Mo Bufu?
Everyone at Dingfeng Lo is busy preparing for the Feast of 100 Delicacies. That means the old man is prepping for his last feast.
His last feast? You mean he's retiring?
Who knows? The old man's been challenging people left and right lately, really showing off. What are you waiting for? Let's go.
It's not so simple. Chef Mo is quite an important man. He's responsible for the entire feast. We can't bother him with trifling matters such as some tangerine cakes.
The girl is clever, but she's only half right. If you really do want to go meet him, I have a way.
Last month's receipts?
No, not in this pocket. Ah, here it is.
An invitation to the Dingfeng Lo chef selection. Blaze, we won't get many opportunities to meet Chef Mo. Then what are we waiting for? Whoever's going to the competition, take me with you.
As to who will participate in the competition.
Huh? What are you looking at me for? Oh, I guess she's gonna be trained to cook. Oh no! Just based on the opening clip. She burnt the food earlier. Well, good luck to you to training her.
Gosh darn it, brother you.
Let me summon you. I'm just gonna look at the shop real quick. Yeah, I'm good at burning, not cooking. I like this event so far. Like, oh, there's so much mystery going on, but now it's gonna turn into a cooking competition and I'm invested. Like, sure, the mystery part is fun and all, but... Oh, the cooking competition. I want to see how crazy it gets. Okay, yeah, I got... these available. These. I might go for this one, actually. And then I've only got one of these so far. So technically I could go for the others, but nah. Probably a pack later on. I gotta think if I want this pack or this pack. But that's for future me to decide. I feel good with the start of the event. It's good. And I know there's so much mystery behind the Blaze family tree. Yeah, she has the hidden lore. I want to see what Papa looks like. If only. Or where he got those tangerine cakes from. For now, I'll be good. I'll start farming this. A little bit. And then I'll also get ready for the night. So with that being said, thank you everyone for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of the day at Epic Gacha Luck. I will continue the story again tomorrow. So see you later. Bye bye. I also hope that the ice cream I can eat.